It's the Movie Toasty Show, here for you. Dennis and Adam joke about orgasms and sweet movie reviews. We talk about TV too, right?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah! Movie Toast.
Hey,
Whoa.
Toasties. What's up?
Yeah.
How's it going? So good to be back. Long time no see. Still can't see.
It's been a while. It's been a month, man. I'm excited that we're back together again.
Me too,
It feels
Dan.
like it's been so long. Too long.
Because it has. In both cases. It has been long and I can't stand it. I'm glad. So glad to be back here doing this, man.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
how have you been?
Episode
Have you been?
221.
You
Woo.
look like the adventure in San Diego with her old pal.
Yeah. And it's weird. We did a run through of Comic-Con, and then after I'm like, oh, I forgot to put that. There was a few things I left off accidentally, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
Shit.
But
There's a lot
nobody
going
needs to
on.
know.
It's a big show.
There
It's
was.
a big show.
Yeah. It was busy.
Nice, man.
Somehow. Yeah. Missed you. Hopefully we get invited back next year and we can get something going.
Oh yeah,
That'd
no,
be good.
I next year for sure. I definitely missed it. FOMO real hard over here. So,
and you know me, I don't really take videos or pictures very often, so it's like, you're not going to live vicariously through me. You can watch other outlets. I'll talk about it. Like that's the whole thing. Rick kept saying, "Oh, you're going to have some stuff to talk about on your show." I'm like, "Yeah, you get me." Like there was, I brought a camera around the first day or two, and I'm like, "Nah, I'm not doing that. Fuck it."
yeah,
It was more freeing and relaxing, but it doesn't matter. That was episode 220. If the folks want to hear,
that's right. Yeah, go back and check that
the
one out.
rewind.
This is
Unless there's anything you
221.
want to talk about. If there's anything you're wondering, it's I'm an open book.
Oh, appreciate it. I don't just put on the spot. You just like, hey, I'm just laying it all out there, man.
Yeah,
Fucking tell me what you want to hear.
Can feed on the teats.
All right,
I will say.
Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say one. All right, quick question. How about what was the most elaborate cosplay you saw while cruising the floor?
Honestly, I think I got like cosplay blinders on, or there was just not a lot of cosplay because it all blends together, and I don't give a fuck about that stuff. So I'm like, whatever.
Okay.
I just got my sights on. I gotta get where I gotta go. Fuck everyone else type of mentality because I'm an introvert like that. And
well, it's Comic-Con. You weren't the only one, so
true. Fair enough.
I did see photos of a pretty badass Galactus walking around, so I was wondering if you saw that.
I feel like
huge.
Yeah,
huge.
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Can I see it in person? Maybe. I don't know, but I've seen the videos of it.
Turns out you're standing behind him in line for something.
Yeah. I was at the urinal next to it. I don't know how we fit in the tiny little bathroom. I don't know. Boy.
Oh man, I could have kept that going.
Micro penis that Galactus has.
Oh, see, there you go. I thought
everything else is big.
Galactus-sized schlong, but no.
Or is it normal size? He's just so big. It's like I don't know. I can't judge. Mine's not that big, so who am I to talk about the planet eaters? Fucking anyway, you're going to be talking about Galactus later, and we're going to spoil Fantastic Four because it's been a month. Oh, speaking of which. I felt kind of bad, so I did watch Fantastic Four with OG Toaster Corey Ryan. He came out there and we saw it.
Oh, nice.
He did mention that another original Toaster had been watching or listening to the show, Tommy, and he heard me joking about the red light, green light thing, and was a little upset about it. So I do apologize. Sorry to offend you, sir, if you're watching or listening.
Sorry, Tommy.
I joke with you if you were here in person. I do it if you're not here. I'm an equal opportunist asshole. So sorry.
That's true. I hope it is now taken with a grain of salt. Please understand it. It's only meant to be good fun. We're just here to have fun chatting about movies and
And speaking of taking things for face value and whatnot, we always ask people to leave a review over on Apple Podcasts or whatever at the end of the episode. But I was at a family cookout the other day, and my mother's cousin is like, "Oh, your podcast! I checked it out. I started watching it, and I didn't make it more than 5 minutes. Kind of boring." And I'm like, I never said it was good. Enough. It's not for everyone. But I think he probably thought I was being a sarcastic asshole. But I'm like, I honestly appreciate your truth. Like, you're not lying, just sugarcoating it. I hate when people do that. So that was refreshing.
There you go. See, that's honest reviews. That's what we try to do here. It's all about how you enjoy the experience. You can love a movie that's regarded as shitty. You can hate a movie that everyone else seems to like. That is just what watching movies is like. And by the same token, that's what watching any webcast or listening to a podcast ends up being like too. It's not for everybody.
True.
It's every different flavor. So nothing wrong with that. But if you still we got a lot of delicious toast for you on this episode.
This is true.
I promise you. Yes.
Should we get into our first segment of the episode? A little thing we like to call news.
Gather round, folks, it's time for the scoop. Tune your ears in, let's join the loop.
Tune them ears in, folks. What you got for us up first, Adam?
All right, so a couple of episodes ago, maybe about 2 months ago, so maybe 6 episodes ago, we talked about the fact that AMC theaters started putting more ads in front of their movies, thus far making their already long wait to watch a movie even longer. And it turns out that it has irritated fans so much that AMC has now decided to cut back on their ads and promos before movies. It's like, come on. Of course.
Yeah.
Why? At least they're realizing, because it's like, honestly, they have 3 of their own openings before movies. They play 15 minutes, 20 minutes worth of trailers, and then you want to add ads to that? Come on. I don't know.
Yeah. It's so one of my favorite experiences about going to see a movie on the big screen is seeing trailers that used to be less common to see anywhere else. That would be the first place you would see the first images of a movie you haven't heard of, or a movie you're looking forward to. Maybe a couple of the sort of intro-y things like behind the scenes looks at upcoming films. Mm-hmm. I like all that. When you started seeing straight up TV commercials, like shit you already see on cable, no. And now that's half of what's going on. Get the fuck out of here. So I appreciate the listening to the fandom, listening to the customer base. We're going to want to keep coming back to the theater if we actually get to watch a movie. So thank you, AMC.
Although I did go to another theater today that I normally don't go to because they had a movie that was playing was essentially only there, and it was a $5 bargain day type thing. And I didn't know what their runtime of trailers were, but I showed up a little bit later, and I'm like, I want to grab a drink really quick. But I was in line for concessions for a half an hour, so I missed the beginning of this movie. Luckily, it was an Apple movie, so we'll have the screener for it soon.
Oh, for sure.
But I'm like, God damn it. I guess I take AMC for granted because I know they waste so much fucking time.
Right.
That I guess I might miss if they just kind of shorten that window. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, but look, you've now modeled your attendance around that feeling. They've primed you to automatically assume that is the damage that has done. So I think this blame is still on AMC in this regard.
I mean, in this case, I did know. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna miss this movie. This is a theater that doesn't waste as much time, I bet. And it's funny because I went to a gas station across the street to get some candy, and I'm like, maybe I'll grab a soda, but I'm like, I want a Pib, so I gotta get it at the theater. Fucking mistake. Half hour later, I'm like, should have just got a fucking Coke Zero. Piece of shit.
Oh man. Well, at least now you know for sure. It's a lot quicker. You get to your movie a lot. They are getting you to watching the film a lot sooner, which that is good news. I'm glad
that's for sure
the direction we're going. Sorry, Nicole Kidman. That's a badass pantsuit, but I've been seeing that thing for 10 years now. Let's Let's
Which
get to the movie.
the continuity of that, like she's wearing like a jacket, then she's not wearing it, then it's like what? It's just all over the. It's like, come on, continuity. Come on, folks. It's a 10-second clip, but whatever. Yeah, remember when that was kind of new and exciting? Now it's like, God damn it, fuck this.
You almost have it memorized, like you can just say all the lines.
Right. But now they have different variations of it, so it's like, which one am I getting? And I swear I saw a movie a couple of weeks ago and they skipped it. I'm like, yes. But then, of course, I'm like, maybe they're done with it, but they weren't. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Anyways.
Gotcha, fuckers.
That's what they should do. I'm going to be doing this until I die. Even when I'm dead, I'll be doing this. God.
Oh.
Anyways, a couple of episodes ago, we talked about the fact that Universal was losing the rights to the Bourne franchise. However, there was an extensive auction to get the rights of the Bourne franchise, and it turns out NBC Universal won the rights back. I guess since they didn't make a movie, they had to throw down a big budget to keep the rights.
Right. Sure.
So it's like, is it worth it? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. How much meat is left on these bones here?
Yeah. And it's like, do you want to continue going with Matt Damon? It's like, yeah, he's going to be starring in probably next year's biggest movie. Right. But it's like, do we want him or do we want to start fresh with the newborn or something else in that world? We tried the Treadstone series. That didn't work. We tried to give it to fucking Hawkeye. That didn't work. So it's like, what are we doing?
I'd like if they want to keep going, I kind of want to see Matt Damon still doing it. I want to see the progression, right?
That's true, I guess. But at this point, I feel like he has to have his memories back. He's killed so many people. I don't know.
It's all back. I believe.
I don't remember what happened in these movies. I completely forgot about. I don't know. Maybe I got to rewatch them.
The first one is still a kick-ass movie. It's one of those. I was surprised. I think Val hadn't seen it, and I'm like, okay, we gotta get this one down because for me, I think it was influential in that here is a espionage thriller that doesn't have to be just like James Bond. It doesn't have to be this crazy over the top action explosion fest. It was sleeker. It was sexy in this minimal in some of the fights, but then you have these big payoffs of exploding apartment or that badass chase scene where he's driving the Mini Cooper, this beat to shit Mini Cooper, and just beating the fuck out of it driving downstairs and up on curbs and stuff. It just was so exciting and it was so interesting. As you're evolving through the story, I still think it's a solid flick.
I wish I had that love for it like you. That's what I want. I wanted a badass action movie, but I felt like it was just so long and talky, and I'm like, I want more action. But you're right. When the action kicked in, it was there and it was badass. But I just felt like it was more, I don't know, political, more.
It's kind of a slow burn built into it too.
Yeah.
It's the mystery. Oh well, that's fair enough. See there it is, folks. It's all about your taste.
There we go. And speaking of taste, Dennis, next year when the Duffer Brothers deal ends with Netflix, it looks like they're jumping ship and heading over to Paramount because Paramount has offered them a 4-year deal. And the main reason they're leaving is they want to be able to make movies that are released theatrically opposed to just straight to Netflix.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
But they have a very cinematic scope, so.
They do. But it's like, what can we expect from a Duffer Brothers movie? We've seen their TV show and that plays theatrically. So I don't know. It could be fun. It could be exciting. But do you think they'll have the gas to do something further? Because we saw the Game of Thrones guys, they kind of floundered a bit with the ending of Game of Thrones and all their hopes and dreams kind of went away and we don't hear about them very much. Do you think the Duffer Brothers can land Stranger Things and continue to strive in this industry?
I think so. It's just going to be a matter of how their next up to bat, so to speak. Can they hit another home run? That's what everyone's going to expect. Is it must be amazing. When I'm I think if you just lower expectations a bit, let them find what the new story is, what the new pace is. I think the movie after that will be the one that you can then place a bigger bet on, because now they have had to translate the length of the story they're trying to tell into a single viewing versus getting to stretch that story out over many hours. So
True.
I think there's definitely a solid chance for it to work.
Nice.
I wouldn't give up on them just yet. If anything, they've proven so much. Well, we say that, and then I just remember reading an article not long ago of all of these people who got deals from streaming networks that then made nothing else afterwards. Right. I forget her name, British actress who was an Amazon series that like hit really hard. One of the earliest Amazon series.
Oh, you're talking really about Fleabag, Phoebe Waller-Bridge?
Yeah. And they gave her like this crazy, crazy huge contract.
I mean,
and then made nothing else.
She was doing Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Donald Glover, but the two clashed, and now she is doing the Tomb Raider series for him. So she's doing it. It's just very slow. We're not seeing the fruits as soon as we expected.
Yes. There was a couple of names on the list I'm not recalling.
There are people that kind of flounder.
Yeah, so it could go either way, but I think the fan base has now recognized their name attached to the show they created. It isn't just Stranger Things, but it's the guys who made Stranger Things.
Right. And that's not always the case, especially in TV. There's only a select few, like J.J. Abrams, and I don't know, I guess he's no one anymore.
It's like,
but yeah, Dick Wolf,
casually, it's like, oh yeah, you mean
Noah Hawley.
Decades of Law and Order. Yeah, there's definitely those names, the like franchise sort of names. That'll be interesting to see what direction they take. Just for sure. Please don't make a series on Paramount, because I don't have that.
They're movies. The next Taylor Sheridan. It's all going to be the Duffer Brothers.
There you go. There's another one. Yeah. Except he's also made excellent films and excellent TV. So good for him.
Sticking with I guess we're not sticking with anything. We're just moving on here. All right. So it looks like Doctor Who star Matt Smith will play a villain in the Ryan Gosling-led, Sean Levy-directed Star Wars Starfighter alongside Mia Goth. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people love this guy. I did like his villainous role he had in Last Night in Soho, but I didn't really care for him in Morbius. But I'm not going to judge him for Morbius.
Yeah, right. It's kind of not fair to him. I am fucking stoked. I think he has a great, and House of the Dragon.
That's true.
His present, it's so creepy and so like he does a great job with that stuff. He can be the antagonist, he can be the protagonist. But in Star Wars, like I totally can see him fitting in with this.
I don't know why, but his look really does match like the evil people in Star Wars. Like he looks like I know it sounds weird to say, but he has that distinguishable kind of British look that's just stoic, but I don't know.
I totally get that, because one of my favorite characters in Star Wars, Grand Moff Tarkin,
that's who I'm picturing,
yeah, played by Peter Cushing, that like very defined cheekbone jawline, like it's I totally get what you're saying. There's just certain actors that they have a very particular look that works perfect for wearing the uniform. Now, who's to say whether or not he's going to be like Imperial or something?
True.
From what I understand, this doesn't fall into the height of the Empire, if I remember correctly.
I don't believe so. I feel like this is kind of its own little section of the galaxy that we haven't seen before, but
which is totally fine. But in regards to your, recognizing that image, the way that Matt Smith can carry himself, I totally agree with you. He's going to fit perfect into this world. So looking forward to this one.
Right. All right. So the next one you may not be looking forward to as much, because we mentioned it a few episodes ago, but there is a new Rambo prequel coming, and it looks like they've found their new John Rambo, and the recruit star and star of upcoming He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Noah Centineo, will be playing Rambo himself. Now, he's only 6 years younger than Stallone was when he played Rambo. I don't know. Okay. How do you feel about this?
I guess it kind of depends. Are we like seeing him in Vietnam? Is this?
I believe it does take place during Vietnam. Yeah,
okay.
before he comes home.
Brutal. Okay.
I could be wrong, but what really excites me about this is it's done by the guy who did the movie Sisu, which was a fantastic gory war movie. Sorry, I cut you off, but I have hope for the director at least.
I've been meaning to watch that one because I loved your review of that, and I so wanted to go see it. Val wasn't as interested when it was.
There's a sequel coming out soon, so hopefully it should be streaming somewhere.
Oh yeah. But to be honest, that sounds like the right. That's who you want behind the camera making a film like this. They've easily made too many Rambo movies. The last one was
I don't even know if you can count that last one as a Rambo movie. It's like, what the, like, I'm not gonna lie, I am not a giant Rambo fan. I guess I never fully gave him a chance, but I love the one from like 2007, 2008, where he's just fucking killing people, beheading people. And then the last one's like, oh, I'm just gonna go to Mexico and fight the cartel. It's like, what? That's so bland.
Oh yeah, the whole like spending a third of the movie setting up booby traps on his ranch, and he's just like letting them approach him. Like it's like we get it. Like Stallone, you're old. It's okay. It's okay to be old. We're not holding it against you. You seem to be holding it against yourself for some reason,
right? But I will say this guy Noah Centineo. I've only really seen him in this Netflix series of tween movies called To All the Boys I Love, and he was charming and fun and cool. But I'm like, that doesn't really show me Rambo, but I guess The Recruit, people really like that show, and that's supposed to be dark and gritty, I think. So, I don't know. And he's playing Prince Adam, so the guy's bulk now.
What I recall, like, so in the first Rambo film, he's very moody, very sticks to himself. He doesn't want attention. He doesn't want. So I can kind of see why someone who's done more straight dramatic roles without like the action and the violence and stuff. I can see how that can kind of work. As long as he can, I mean, like you said, he's already freaking He-Man.
Yeah.
As long as he can pull off the physicality of when Rambo has to fucking kick it into gear, then I think you got all the components there. I mean, the look for those who are watching the stream, the look of the actor, I could see that working for a young John Rambo. So why not?
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, at least they're not remaking the first one. For the love of Christ,
True.
Don't ever touch that thing. It's
like
kicks
if
ass.
They want to make a new franchise, it's like, how do you keep going with him? Like, do you just pretend First Blood didn't happen? Does this just take over and become a new thing, which is fine, but it might confuse people?
I pray to God they don't just like restart the whole thing, because there's the value of what was going on in the world when those films came out are what made them so cool. I don't think there's a close enough equivalent to those events currently without drastically changing the character. Like, he can't be a Vietnam War vet anymore. He'd have to be a vet of the war on terrorism. Yeah.
CTU.
And like, he'd have to drastically change who the character is. And I don't think you're going to make it as compelling a thing, because you have the veterans of that era faced a completely different home, or like completely different challenges when they came home. And it was horrible for a lot of those people. So
yeah.
I just don't. It's got to stay in that time. And I can understand a prequel.
Would you be content with the fact if he kept going and they just pretend that First Blood never happened and it just became a whole new lineage in that time period?
No, I would be okay with if they kept telling more stories from before he came home. You know, like there was a lot of time in that he'd lost a lot of buddies. You know, it's like there's a lot of stories you could tell in that time frame, but First Blood is just too good. It is such a solid, and I liked the second one too. It's ridiculous, then third one's okay, and it's even more over the top. But the second, hell, they're still fun. I mean, just fucking,
I gotta go and watch those after your last review.
With tanks.
After you reviewed it, I'm like, maybe I've been harsh on this. Maybe I should watch it now that I can fully understand and comprehend everything.
I think I watched it young enough that I didn't fully appreciate what was the story being told. Now that I'm older, learn more about that history. It is brutal. It is so intense, and I resonates a lot stronger for me now. So I definitely recommend giving it another shot. And I hope that you'll take away kind of what I'm trying to express of just I just
get you.
don't think you can touch the first one again. You can't have Second Blood, like don't
I mean, we already had First Blood Part 2, so it's like we can't do Part 3, and now it's a totally new guy.
Right.
Or I guess stranger things have happened, but it just seems a little dicey.
This is very true. I mean, we're like literally just talking about the Bourne series, and they tried to do that. So.
True. Yeah.
And audiences said no. No, Jeremy Renner, no.
Poor guy, can't catch a break. Mission Impossible, Bourne. At least he got his own Hawkeye.
Yeah, he's
and he has a
back.
snowplow.
He doesn't want to. Probably not anymore.
True.
At least not that one. He doesn't want to put the bow down, so good for him.
I don't blame him. Ride that bitch until you can. And I love the Hawkeye series, and I don't care. I want to see the fucking him in between the two last Avengers movie where he was in Japan slicing and dicing people with a katana. That's what I want to see, but I don't think we're gonna ever get.
I want to see an alternate universe. Like I know we got some Old Man Logan in the last Deadpool movie, but I want to see the Hawkeye from the Old Man Logan comics where he's blind.
Oh,
such a badass. I love that storyline was so cool. It's like he needs you to guide him just enough, and he can still
and then he just snaps in.
His aim is still there. That's what's wild. It's like that's just how he uses his other senses to figure out where shit is. But very entertaining. If he goes down that road, I want to see Old Man Hawkeye.
That could be kind of cool.
Thing. Yeah.
Well, sticking in the realm of superheroes, Sony Animation is looking to expand the Spider-Verse because they've hired Daniel Kaluuya to write and star in an upcoming Spider-Punk standalone movie.
Hell yeah. That'd be cool. I like that character.
I feel like that character did a lot with a little bit of screen presence in that last Spider-Verse. So I can only imagine what he would do in his own story.
Oh, yeah. And they've got a fucking incredible talent playing him. Like that would be awesome. We know he's got the chops. So as long as he can sell that punk rocker attitude, which I mean it's just as British as it is American. Like
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize it was his voice until I looked up after I watched the movie. I'm like, holy fuck, that was him? Totally blew my mind. I'm like, what a great actor, man.
Oh, absolutely. 100% agree. Yeah, I'm like, have they just announced either way whether it's going to be animated or live action? Because
they did say this is going to be an animated one.
Okay,
it's interesting because we're getting the live action Spider-Man noir with Nick Cage, so it's like I guess they're willing to play fast and loose with what they want to do live action, what they want to do animated, or who knows, maybe they'll do both.
Right.
But right now they are planning this one is with Sony Animation at least.
Well, Sony's got the animated Spider flicks down pat, so
for sure,
I'm definitely showing up for that one.
And what's your take on all these brand new day teasers, quote unquote teasers of just seeing him in the costume,
tons of set photos,
hanging out.
Tons
it's
of
like
clips.
And videos of him, like actual put out from Sony. It's like this is a ballsy move. I mean, they're not showing much, but they are, and they're not. And I don't know. How do you feel about that?
They're going all in. They gotta save their name next to Spider-Man at this point. Like, fuck the villain movies. Just give it up. Like which it could have been awesome seeing a Sinister Six, but I don't think with the way they were doing things, it would pay off to the extreme. Because there's almost no Spider-Man. Like Sinister Six only works when they're fighting Spider-Man. So.
Yeah, it's not going to be like, well, we're all heroes now, and we're just doing our thing as six villains turned superheroes, anti-hero. Fucking, we don't need that. If you're going to give me a villain movie, give me a villain movie. I just want to see a villain being a villain. Like, that would be so entertaining, opposed to, they got to be good, they got to do this and that. It's like, fuck that. We don't need that.
Right. Homelander wouldn't have so many fans in The Boys if people didn't want to watch a bad guy do bad guy shit. You know,
right?
It does work when you do it right. So it's unfortunate that they had so many misses some of
which is ironic because I'm pretty sure The Boys is Sony,
Amazon,
or maybe not.
I thought it was just
because I know it's Amazon, but I mean the studio behind it. Because I know Seth Rogen was with Sony and had a deal, but maybe I don't know. That doesn't matter.
Interesting. Well, we're getting more animated Spider-Man, and
that's the upside here.
I am stoked for that.
Well, speaking of getting more, we know that Michael Mann has been wanting to do a sequel to Heat, and we knew that Adam Driver is his top choice to play the younger version of Al Pacino's character, Vincent Hanna. But now, word is the top contender to play a young Robert De Niro character, Neil McCauley, is none other than Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen Heat, so I'm gonna ask you. I assume you've seen it. Does this?
I'm gonna confess something pretty sad. I remember in Colombia, I remember trying to watch Heat like 2 or 3 times in a row, and I kept falling asleep like halfway through. It is fucking long.
Me too. I'm like, I know there's badass shootouts and stuff, but it just looks so boring to me.
There's the one like I got through the shootout, like the infamous fucking Val Kilmer just hosing down the cops in the middle of the street. Like I remember that being cool, but the rest of the story, it was hard for me to, and I guarantee I just didn't have the attention span at the time. I definitely need to give it another shot, as I'm sure there's, and some of you are hearing this just furious with me, but I promise you, we both probably should give first Heat another shot, another real chance.
Right.
Because I'm curious if after this long, you still want to get this goddamn movie made, and they're doing it. Well, there's got to be.
And the interesting thing is, apparently, he wants such an outrageous budget. They're like, no, you don't hold that much esteem anymore. And apparently, the book people are mixed on because it's based on a book. He made it a book first. Apparently, it jumps from like the past to the future. And they're like, but if you can get Leo, maybe we'll up that budget. And it's like, I feel like that'd be a cool kind of seeing Adam and Leo together. It could be interesting, but I'm like, they don't look anything like De Niro or Pacino in my eyes, but
not at all.
Fuck it.
So all I can think of is that episode of Sunny when Charlie is trying to do what is it? What's the the cop movie?
Lethal Weapon?
No. When they have the cat, they buy the cop car.
Oh yeah. I was just thinking about that episode the other day when they got the junkyard. Did they call him? Was he Jack Bauer?
Yeah, they named the cat Jack Bauer. Yeah,
it's so funny watching the new season. I'm like, one of the episodes kind of reminded me. I'm like, this reminds me of that episode, but I thought maybe I made that. That's so funny you mentioned that. Wow. Damn.
Oh,
that's cool. Well, I guess there's not really much we can talk about this because neither of us have really fully given Heat a chance. So moving on, something I have given a chance and kind of died off. It seems like the OG scary. I'm going to start that over again. Sorry, folks. The OG scary movie stars Anna Faris and Regina Hall are returning to the franchise alongside the Wayans brothers in the upcoming reboot. Like, I'm excited. I feel like these two made the movie what it was, but I'm wondering if they're going to be like primary characters or if they're going to die off or if they're going to kind of pass it along. How do you feel about them coming back?
I mean, good for them. I think it's a movie that's had this, like, surprisingly has had this lasting impact. I was never a big fan, but
fair enough.
God, there's, the fandom is still there. A lot of people our age. This was a huge deal. And then what is it? The Wayans brothers, I want to say I heard recently, like they haven't made anything in like almost 20 years.
Well, they haven't made a scary movie. They have done some movies.
Oh, yes.
But Harvey Weinstein essentially fucked them over and stole it. And that's why the movies like sharply declined in quality and value. And now they're actually getting to do what thave always wanted to do. So I'm happy to see them come back.
Yeah, and it should be the original hands that made it. I can definitely appreciate that, even if I'm not like a long-standing fan of this franchise. I have much respect to them for wanting to take back what's theirs.
Right. And it's I don't know. There's so much like horror out there in the world right now, horror movie wise. I feel like there's a lot they could play around with in satire, which is kind of nice.
Oh yeah, hell, there's a lot of real life horror that get incorporated into.
God,
into
don't even, man. That's. Whew. Imagine that movie if those guys were to satire current day actual landscape. They would be outrageous. It'd be fantastic. Yeah. I guess we're kind of getting that with South Park right now.
True.
I don't know if you're following any of that, but
I've been seeing a lot of the South Park account has been pushed to me a lot on Instagram and seeing a lot of the clips that they get posted. I'm laughing my ass off, man. It's I appreciate their boldness, and you just got to go for it.
Yeah.
You already gave them $1 billion, so you're not canceling that show. Yeah, right.
But the interesting thing is they've been kind of being throttled a bit because it's like that first episode came out and then took a week off and then came back, and then it's like, we're gonna the next week we're gonna replay the pilot episode because this is the anniversary, and it's like, ooh, they're ruffling feathers and they know it. And,
right.
More people should take this type of chance and stand up to this shit.
Exactly. No, this whole like CBS getting a fucking nanny from the White House to make sure they don't piss. It's
nice being in a dictatorial. I can't speak.
Dictatorship.
Yeah. I don't know why the easiest word I couldn't come up with. I had to try to make up my own.
Well, I will also applaud Stephen Colbert's efforts.
That's very true.
Like, fuck yeah, man. You get him. This is ridiculous.
Ride it out until they force you out of that bitch. Yeah.
And then burn that fucker down on the way out. That is the way to do it.
Yep. All right. So it looks like Disney wants to reboot the 1993 classic comedy Cool Runnings. But with the twist, this movie will follow an all-female bobsledding team.
Okay.
I feel like cool, awesome. That's fun. But I feel like the main heart and soul of that movie was John Candy, and we just don't have a John Candy anymore. How do you feel?
I would. It's interesting. I'm curious. Is it gonna be present day?
I believe so. And they're saying it might somehow be an actual sequel, but I'm like, I don't understand how, but I mean, I guess you could do it.
I guess, you could have descendants of some of the original team, or even John Candy's character. Like, you never know what he was up to outside of between seasons. No, this film was near and dear to my heart from my childhood. I think
everyone from the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, hey Sanka, you dead? No, Leon Robinson carried that movie on his back. He did such a wonderful job as Doris. I mean, all of the guys really. They also have such strong personalities, and they played such memorable characters. And then the linchpin of John Candy being their eccentric coach worked so well for that film.
Is it wrong that in my head I'm like, who could be their coach? I'm like, the only person I could think of that would fit that John Candy role would be like a Melissa McCarthy, but I'm like, I don't even know. It could be anybody, really.
Right. Like I kind of want them to follow a similar pattern of having someone really rough and wanting nothing to fucking do with it.
Right.
And then having to get kind of pulled into the situation like they did with him. I don't know. I need is it like if it's the same format, you're going to get 4 track stars to then try to.
I feel like they got to switch that up a little bit.
Yeah. Like, are these are women from Jamaica that just genuinely want to be bobsledders out the gate,
right?
Like, we're just
maybe like the events from 30 years ago. They've always dreamt of doing it, and maybe they're underdogs, and someone's giving them a shot or something.
Oh yeah, I could see that. I don't know. I'd check it out. It's I feel like there's other ground we could cover besides remaking a fucking classic movie from the 90s that I mean, God, so many people still reference this day. You got your egg.
So
you want to kiss my egg?
I remember loving that movie and watching it so much growing up. But I can't tell you the last time I saw it. Disney Plus, here I come, baby.
Oh, it's there. I
It's gotta
watched
be,
it just a
right?
few months ago. Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah.
Well,
I probably still watch it like once a year as long as it's
hey,
streaming
why
somewhere.
not? Sticking in the realm of reboots, Edgar Wright's upcoming The Running Man, starring Glenn Powell, has shifted its release date by a week from November 7th to November 14th. The movie was initially going to go head-to-head against Predator Badlands, but now it's going to be facing off against Now You See Me, Now You Don't, and Osgood Perkins' new horror movie, Keeper. And they claim the reason behind the shift is its previous weekend, it wouldn't be able to get an IMAX release, but a week later, it will be. I don't know. It sounds a little fishy to me. What do you think?
Man, what I can tell you right now is I'm already losing steam for this movie after watching the trailer and seeing how much of the story they fucking changed. This is not The Running Man. Like, obviously, the Schwarzenegger one is a classic, campy, very like ridiculous movie.
This just looks like a modern day sleek. It doesn't even look like an Edgar Wright movie to me, and that's what I want to see. I want to see an Edgar Wright
and
action.
The plot reminds me of a couple movies you've reviewed on the show in the past.
Yeah,
of this whole you're like what's that, the one where if you can't be alone or the assassin will come.
Oh yeah. The movie I really loved that Jake Johnson did that I apparently can't think of the name right now. But yeah, no, 100%.
And wasn't there another one where it was like
I want to be
or
shocked.
Is it that one where it was like you sign up for this thing and as long as you stay alive for a period of time,
I think it's the same movie. Yeah.
It's the same movie.
Yeah,
it sounds like that to me. Like, and the trailer even explained it that way too. I'm like, oh come on. This movie came out.
I feel like they're giving a lot away in that trailer. A fantastic cast, but I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't hold the original near and dear because I don't remember it, but the trailer did nothing for me. I know I'm going to see it, but I have zero interest. No, I loved Edgar Wright, but I feel like he's been on the decline with his last movie. I'm like, I don't know.
They've been getting... It's like this one looks like it's pandering to too broad an audience instead of leaning into the flavor of where their last film came from, where his films tend to be. I mean, you could still watch Scott Pilgrim today, and it's still amazing.
100%. Like I resaw it when it re-released. Still holds up. I saw Shaun of the Dead when it re-released recently. Still holds up. But it's like, I get it. The landscape is a little bit harder nowadays to get movies made. You got to kind of adapt. Like next week, we get a new kind of weird action comedy called Caught Stealing that's coming from Darren Aronofsky. And it's like, it does not look like an Aronofsky movie, but he wanted to work. So he made this Austin Butler movie that, I don't know, it could be good. It just doesn't look like his style. It seems like directors are now just,
he still hasn't shaken the voice.
But I will say, Simon Pegg has talked openly, saying now that he's done with Mission Impossible, he and Edgar Wright are going to get together and make another movie.
Yeah.
But he has said fans are probably going to be angry because it's going to be a departure from anything they've done before. But that excites me because those two together are gold. I hope Nick Frost can do it, but he's busy with Harry Potter, so who knows?
Yeah, it would be cool to get all three of the boys back together. But I totally get that with, their own living their own lives and being a parts of huge properties, each on their own. I don't have any problem with it not being another God damn it. What's the name of the series, the universe?
Cornetto trilogy?
Yes. I'm totally fine with it not feeling like it has to fit in there because that's a very specific flavor. They are all shown they are capable of a lot more range than that. So even
when Simon and Nick went to do Paul without Edgar, that was still them, but it had a different flair to it. But when they did all three of their movies, that had that specific charm and style to it.
Yes. And there's nothing wrong with going back and watching those three movies again. They're still around.
I got them on Blu-ray. I got some of them on DVD too. They're fantastic films.
I think this is that repeating pattern of this death loop of people. Oh, I was so excited for this, but it wasn't the movie I wanted it to be. So then studios start making shit over and over again, or start making things exactly the same all the time. Then people start complaining, they're all the same. It's all crap. Well, What
do you want?
Let the artists make what they want to make, and we can and then we can decide whether or not we're entertained by it. But turns out it gets a lot better if you just let them make the shit they are excited about making.
100%.
Who would have thunk?
True. Well, speaking of a movie with a long legacy, a movie I'm looking forward to.
Yes.
Universal Studios and DreamWorks have shifted the date of Shrek 5. Initially, it was coming out December 23rd, 2026 for a big Christmas release, but now it's been pushed back to Wednesday, June 30th, 2027. But that means it's coming out for 4th of July weekend, and hopefully they're not rushing it. They're taking their time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have hope now.
Yeah. No, as you should. It's just a franchise this big and is beloved by so many. It deserves the extra attention. Let's give everyone the time they need to record that dialogue and give all the people who are actually generating this film get it to look as good as they can. No, that's awesome. Yeah, like anything good, it should take time to make. So don't rush it, DreamWorks. Take your time, make it delicious.
And honestly, I love Shrek, but I feel like a Christmas release date's kind of weird. I feel like all the other ones are big summer movies.
Yeah,
so it
totally
feels like a homecoming of sorts. I think 17 years later, coming back out in the summer.
Man, that's nuts. 17 years.
All right, maybe I made that up. I feel like I heard it somewhere. Shrek 4. Now I don't think it's been 17. I feel like 13 maybe. Oh wow. Okay, 15. Okay, by the time it comes out, 2010. I remember seeing it with Strickland in Winnetka. But 2010, that's so crazy.
Well, it's crazier to think about the fact that the first Shrek film is more than old enough to drink now. Like,
but yet I vividly remember when me and my brother saw it opening weekend, not knowing what it was, and then falling in love with that green ogre. By God, it's like burned into my memory, and I don't know why, but yeah, it's crazy. Wow, that's so long ago.
For me too. I remember I saw it with my mom, my sisters, and my uncle at the theater off Lancaster in Salem. It's like the biggest, nicest one in town at the time.
See, we saw it at like this rundown. Well, not rundown. It was fine at the time. Theater inside of a mall, but not the nicest like your theater. But
I remember we just walking out of the screen. We're just still laughing and just like My Uncle Pat was still just like, I can't believe I liked that movie as much as I did. I was not expecting so much comedy, and even him and my mom were just like, or the kinds of jokes that they were telling that clearly went over my head.
It worked for kids. It worked for adults. It was a satire of things that we see all the time. But then it slowly started cannibalizing on itself and becoming what it was making fun of. And it's like, maybe that's why because Shrek Forever After made a lot of money and they were going to do the 5th one right away. But something made them say, let's let it sit and fucking kind of simmer for a bit. And now I feel like it's been so long, it makes sense. Come back and not reboot it, but I don't know. I'd love to see them do like a live action Shrek. But I feel like, how can you do it without Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, and Eddie Murphy, Antonio? I don't know.
Right.
But
no, that's
it could be risky.
The chemistry of their performances together really, I think, a huge part of what makes it work so well.
Right. Whew. All right. Well, up next, after the success of Zach Cregger's latest horror movie, Weapons, it looks like New Line Cinema is trying to get Krieger to make a prequel film based around Amy Madigan's breakout character, Aunt Gladys. I'm going to be reviewing this movie later, but what I'm going to say here is there's an air of mystery about this character, and I feel like it's better not having a backstory.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So it's like you're gonna ruin some of the magic, I think. I don't know.
Okay. That's all right. No, I think that's the danger sometimes when like studios, they start to see like the appreciation of a film that just came out still in fucking theaters, and like, oh shit, let's make another one. And it's just
2 weeks now, just came number one again. And like you said, this is what happens when you let directors make something original. it clicks and people love it. But that's the curse. Now they're like, we got to make more of it, but we don't always need more of it.
Right. It's like, okay, that was great. No, do it again. It's like, or we just let's appreciate this film that was made right here.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with that?
Yeah.
Tell me what is wrong with just enjoying a movie for what it is.
Right. Well, Dennis, our next story is still about a sequel, sorry to tell you. It looks like Mel Gibson's highly anticipated sequel to The Passion of the Christ, The Resurrection of the Christ, is going to be split into 2 movies. Part 1 will release on Good Friday, March 26, 2027. And Part 2 is slated to open 40 days later on Ascension Day, Thursday, May 6, 2027.
See what they did there.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, is John Casaveal coming back? Like,
I believe so. You'd have to. I don't know how you recast.
I mean, who else can
Jesus?
be Jesus?
Yeah. It's pretty heavy order.
I think Family Guy already had this covered in a very early season of the show.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Family Guy? Right?
They've done a couple. Yeah, they've done a couple of Jesus. They actually just recently did another Jesus episode. And South Park.
No, I mean, like, they literally, it's literally a Passion of the Christ 2. And it's
yeah. That sounds about right. Yeah.
Jesus has a machine, like an AK-47. He's mowing down all of the Roman soldiers. Like,
and they did something that now I'm like, hopefully, maybe it was in the back of my head. I think they did a blaxploitation Jesus. Not where I got my idea from, but no. I just remember that as well. But it's like, it's interesting to get a movie only a month later, a sequel, and to do it on these big religious holidays. They know their market. They know the last movie, churches bust people in to see these movies, so why not double dip, I guess? But it's risky. It's been what? Even longer than 20 years. 25, 30 years almost since the first one?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Think they long enough they want you to forget about Mel Gibson's
anti-Semitic rants and shittiness.
Yeah. All around not being a very good guy. 21 years ago, 2004.
Jeez.
So yeah, that's a long gap. I don't know why that's.
I know he's been wanting to do it, and it's always been rumored.
We already know that's purely for the fact that it's telling the story is enough.
Look at the Angel Studios, or I think there's a show called The Following about Jesus, and that show did really good. They've been putting out episodes in theaters, and it's been making bank in the theaters. Like, it's been coming in the top 10. It's like, people want this. I don't,
totally.
Not me personally, but I'm happy that there's an appetite, I guess, for it.
Right. It's I'm not against a well-told story, regardless of the content.
Yeah.
Sorry, I sneezed.
No, you're good.
So, it's if it's going to be a entertaining movie, then so be it. I find it kind of ironic, the irony of telling the story of a man who's supposed to be regarded as not having possessions or money, and this movie's being made to generate an ass load of money.
Right.
So
I remember we talked about in the past, there were rumors that the movie was going to be trippy. We're going to see Jesus in hell. That excites me. I would love to see Jesus in hell and Jesus
if it's following the biblical version of the story, then there's a point.
Like, that excites me. The first one, I remember wanting to love it because I'm like, oh, people are talking about this is a big movie. And I'm like, oh, okay. But anyway, I remember it was good, but I feel like I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued. The concept alone kind of gets me. But do you think it's weird that they're splitting it in half opposed to doing one whole movie?
Maybe to get into the nitty gritty of all of, like I said, depending on which book you're reading in the Bible, that there's, I believe there's slight variations depending on which denomination of Christianity. There's probably some other things that are added in their Bible, but removed from this one, probably just to try to cover as many of those bases as they can while still telling one single story. But no, I think it's a cash grab. I firmly believe we're going to target these dates and we're going to split it into the 40 days. Like, no, it's just to make twice as much money. That's the only. Otherwise, why not make it a 3.5 hour epic and call it a day? No,
right.
It's money, baby.
Oh yeah, money in the bank. It writes its own check. Give Gibson whatever he wants to make this, I guess, and the studio will see it in droves come back.
They didn't want me back for Mad Max, so I'll just make another Jesus movie.
And I mean, also he's been talking about since Dick Donner died. He's been talking about, oh, he wanted me to make the next Lethal Weapon. And it's like, that'd be cool. But I'm like, do we need a fifth?
Jesus, they are really getting too old for this shit.
Yeah.
Like, for
100%.
Real. Mel Gibson's 69 years old.
And Danny Glover, I want to say, is probably in his 70s or 80s.
I'd guess 70s.
Let's see.
79. Holy shit.
Oh, wow.
10 years a senior.
Dang.
Take it easy, man. Just like,
Yeah. Enjoy your
don't hurt Danny.
Years.
Don't hurt Danny, please.
Right? Oh, man. All right. Well, speaking of directors, a director people actually like, Quentin Tarantino has cleared the air about what was going to be his final movie. So he recently was talking about the movie, The Movie Critic, and he said on a podcast, so the 8-episode series was The Movie Critic. I had The Movie Critic written as a script, and I have it written as an 8-episode TV series. And so I think after I did the work of writing the 8 episodes and was very happy with it, it was like, oh, this works out really good. This works out good. I don't know why he said that twice. I think once I was done and I knew I had done it, and now I was faced with the hard work in front of me of setting it up and doing it, I didn't really want to do that much. It was more like, if I like this so much, could it be a movie? Is it really a movie? And that was just enough of a question that made me want to investigate. No one's waiting for this thing per se. I mean, I can do it whenever I want. I mean, it's already written. So, okay, let me just not start it right now. Let me try writing it as a movie and let me see if it's better that way. And I was like, oh, okay, no, I think this is going to be a movie. And then it wasn't. I pulled the plug on it. And the reason I pulled the plug, it's a little crazy. And I could go on. I do apologize. I'm not going to continue poorly reading. But essentially what he said was...
Yeah, he has a very unique speaking pattern. So.
Yeah. and I, of course, suck at reading. So, yeah. But essentially, he kind of lost interest in doing it. And he says it was never supposed to star Brad Pitt. And everyone said, oh, this is going to be Brad Pitt starring in the movie. And I'm like, oh, okay. So did you write that Cliff Booth movie and nobody knew that you wrote that? That's a separate thing? It's not this thing? I don't know. Does that make any sense to you that right after this 10th and final movie disappeared, another script appeared and just so happened to have gone into production?
Like, is it, I wonder if it's like, if any of it was like leftover notes or things he'd written for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like this was
true. He does have a vast backstory.
Exactly. Like he's done that for so many of his movies. I wonder if that's where that originally came from. But no, it totally could be true that it's maybe this is the fragments left over of the series that he wrote. And once he realized all of that story wouldn't fit in a movie or however, however he personally felt, that this is just, why he was able to hand it off to someone else. Like, okay, you go ahead and make this movie.
And it's funny. He also in that same interview said, well, me and David Fincher, we're the two best living filmmakers. And I'm like, whoa, are you just trying to ruffle feathers here? I mean, you're a great filmmaker. He's a good filmmaker, but that's a big statement to make on your own. Normally people are too humble to say that.
Right. I think some of it is just the owning his trying to own
his
his status.
personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this is just who he is. He has strong opinions about everything, and it's entertaining to hear him speak those opinions. Whether or not I agree with them, I still like just to hear how he frames where he landed on those things.
Right.
There's some like the wacky shit he enjoys is evident in all of his films because it from the very specific music he gets into, the very specific lesser known films he's a big fan of. All of that stuff creates the artist that we know and love.
Yeah.
And I think, it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. People keep saying this about me. All right, I'll say it too.
Fuck yeah. I'll own that shit.
He's not afraid of just being who he is. I love the when he was at Cannes receiving his award for Pulp Fiction, and this woman stands up screaming at him, screaming obscenities at him in French, and he just laughs at her, flips her off from the stage, and he's like, "I'm the one standing here with the fucking award." So
yeah. The last laugh on him, and then it's interesting. Sorry, the article also went on to say he felt like telling the story of a film critic was just too boring and dull. Nobody would care, and it's like, but you cared enough to write a 8-episode series and then a feature film. I think people really, honestly, I would have loved to have seen that. And I feel like the only thing we had close to that would be John Lovett's The Critic, a cartoon, but this would be a completely different type of thing.
Yeah. I'm sorry. He can make a movie about any subject matter and a bunch of people will still show up. It could be a fucking the guy running the deep fryer at the McDonald's. He would make that movie epic. I don't care.
Whoa. Big Kahuna Burger, Dennis.
Oh my God, right. Yes. See, there you go. The fryer. It's just like, there it is.
Right.
It'd make $100 million.
Final movie. Oh, man. But it's interesting that he says he could make it whenever. And the fact that he's dabbled with the thought of different television series is like we've talked before. Yeah. You mentioned he could essentially make any sequel he wants as a TV series. And that's the catch-all that doesn't call it his final film.
Yeah, exactly. He can stretch out this. I'm only making this directing a set amount of movies, and drag that out forever if he starts doing other stuff, or like the other theory of including other directors, maybe doing oh my God, I'm just losing my words tonight.
You son of a bitch.
A bunch of smaller stories stitched together. And
yes,
he only has one of them, and
an anthology.
Yeah, yes, there you go.
There we go. We got there.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of ways it can go. I think he's realizing he can keep kind of not dragging it out, but like I don't think he.
And think about if he were to die tomorrow. I know that would piss a lot of people off, but the fact that he never made that final movie would probably make him even more of a legend, and people would just be fixated for years to come of what that could have been.
It could have been, yeah, and it would be infamous,
yeah. So it's almost like whatever kind of like a horror movie. When they show the gore, it's never going to be as good as what's in your head. And maybe that's what he's like. Maybe I'm never going to do a 10th. And maybe I'm just going to keep teasing people. I don't know.
Right.
Or maybe he'll go on to do 50 more movies. Who knows? He could be like,
you know what? Yeah, fuck you guys. I'm just going to keep doing this. I know what I said. I don't care.
Right.
We'll still see it, Quentin. We'll still see it. I promise. Be there.
Well, speaking of filmmakers who will speak and say whatever they want, after rumors of Robin being a main character in the Batman Part 2 swirling around the internet, James Gunn had to hop on X because that's what he does. And he said, guys, please stop believing this nonsense. I think 6 of us have read the script. No one knows anything about the Batman 2. So everybody's like, oh, James Gunn said Robin's not in it, but he never said Robin's not in it.
Yeah.
He danced around it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's he's trying to redirect focus of like, let's not get too hyped on this specific piece of information, where it could be like, because it could be annoying where it's one of those things, Robin doesn't actually show up till the very end of the movie. And that's the setup for a third one kind of thing.
And everyone's like, "Oh, we promised Robin." Well, you got him, but I'm going to tamper your expectations.
Exactly. And then it's like, what backstory are we going with? Are we going tried and true? He's from a circus family. He was adopted by Bruce. Bruce initially wants him to have nothing to do with what he's doing at night, and it's just trying to give this kid a second chance at life, get him through school, get him to college, all that stuff. It doesn't make sense for the age that Robert Pattinson
I was going to say, Pattinson is what, 36, 38, somewhere in his late 30s. How old is Dick?
Exactly. Dick Grayson is, originally I believe was
he's
just
in
a
his
teenager.
teens.
So he could technically, he could technically have a kid that age, but it doesn't feel that way from the first one. He doesn't feel like he's in an emotional place where he wants to have a parental presence.
Yeah, he's still figuring out who he is as the Caped Crusader, essentially.
Hell, Alfred's like barking at him. It's not that warm relationship that we probably get a decade later.
He's not being coddled by like an elder gentleman. He's being treated like a fucking kid.
Yeah. And
which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that. Where it's no, you've got to. I'm going to straighten
you up. And it's also like, we know we're getting a Batman the Brave and the Bold movie coming down the pipeline from DCEU. So it's like, I don't know. But the other thing that is interesting with the whole James Gunn always saying, we don't go into production until we have a final script. He's been doing a lot of press for Peacemaker and bragging about, I just finished a 62-page outline for the next film in the Superman saga, and we're going to start that soon. And it's like, whoa, slow down, James. You don't have a script yet. And not calling it Superman 2, but the Superman saga. It's like, are we now just focusing only on Superman and his friends and family, but not the other DCU characters?
Right, especially when they were clearly so brought into the fold in this film that just came out.
Yeah.
Which I know that's what a lot of people would like to see. Is there are a lot of great DC characters that deserve a shot on the big screen. I don't know. Maybe it's just him sticking to his guns on these, not all of these films being interconnected, which I can appreciate. True. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't need to Marvel the fuck out of everything. I think even Marvel is kind of annoyed with locking themselves into this corner where they now have to answer for everything that they've promised in the past, which there's still things they've never fulfilled that they set up in movies,
so many teasers, stingers, and whatnot that never came to fruition, and movies that we haven't and probably may never see.
Exactly.
But I don't know. It's interesting. Also, they just recently dropped Superman onto VOD, and the reason they did that is because he wanted people to have a chance to see it that didn't get to see it in theaters, because it's going to play into the fact that that's all interconnected with Peacemaker season 2. So it's like, is Superman coming back in that? We'll find out in a couple of days, I guess.
That would be fucking great. But I love Peacemaker for what it is too. It's a much funnier version of The Boys in a sense, where the character is fantastic. John Cena is just killing it as this guy, and then the rest of the cast chemistry is just wonderful. So I don't see how Clark Kent will fit well into that world, to be honest.
I mean, but they have shown us that we're getting Guy Gardner, we're getting Hawkgirl. They showed that in the trailers for the for the next season. And I mean, Peacemaker made a cameo spoiler in the movie in a very small way. But it's interesting because James has also said, we've sent press the first 5 episodes, but they don't have 6 through 8. And some crazy things happen that I don't want anyone knowing until they happen.
Good.
So he's teasing stuff. So it's interesting. Like, he's really baiting people, and I'm intrigued.
Yeah. I mean, Superman did well. Peacemaker's getting a lot, like, people are excited for it to be coming back. I know I'm waiting on this next Batman movie. I've loved the last one, and the Penguin was just fucking excellent. So they're proving DC's winning me back. I wasn't, I've never been the biggest DC fan, but they're definitely turning things the right direction to get any audience member back. You don't even have to read any of the books, and that's enough to draw you in over there. So I'm intrigued for sure.
I'm with you. All right, we got one more story to talk about here. Skydance recently spent billions of dollars acquiring Paramount, and it looks like they're ready to shake things up. So they're planning to move away from making movies for streaming, and they intend to make 15 to 20 theatrically released films in a year. They're actively going after big directors and stars for their movies, and they paid $7.7 billion to exclusively stream all the upcoming UFC fights starting next year. And they admit we're going to be doing some layoffs, but we're doing one massive bunch of layoffs all at once, and we're not just going to batch it over the year. So I don't know. I feel like they're really stepping up and trying to make Paramount prestigious again. I don't know. How do you feel about this?
It's fascinating to me because it went from, while we were in college, they were selling off a bunch of their catalog. They were like clinging on by strands just to try to stay alive. They started acquiring things. Then they started coming back a little bit. Now there's a group of people that are resistant to Paramount, and now that their ownership of Nickelodeon and their sordid history that's been blasted out into the out in front of everyone. And it's like, no, let's not forget all of those people still have jobs, still work for that company. They high positions in Paramount. So it's like,
and that's also something else.
Scrub that stuff away.
They invited press recently to the lot to talk about all these things and have this open forum. And they even said, yes, we're going to probably get rid of some of the linear networks, but we know that people hold Nickelodeon high pristine and VH1 and whatnot. So they're planning to revamp that. And I wonder if, like you're saying, we have some of these shadowy people. Well, I wonder if they're going to let them go and bring in a new regime of people who grew up on this stuff and have an appreciation and want to bring it back to its glory days. I don't know.
That could be interesting. I think the challenge in that specific instance, though, is maintaining an audience that will keep coming back to watch this stuff, because a lot of that audience now is getting a lot of their content from other sources. And it's
TikTok,
just easier
YouTube.
Exactly.
Hell, even all the SpongeBob things are going to Netflix and not on Nickelodeon. It's like, what the fuck is that?
Right. And that's the it's all the evidence I need. It's hard to maintain that sort of thing. How much live action content can you really, the thing, like you said, the things we grew up on, I think is just shit that you probably just can't make anymore. It's going to take a long time for the palette to come back around to like, oh, we do actually want to see that again. But
even like you said, people are finding content elsewhere, and that content is bite size. It's not really. And of course, they tried Quibi, and that didn't work. It's like nobody really knows what to do anymore. It's such a weird flux, and people who aren't even actors or actresses or whatnot are stars. Like regular people now have cameras and they're blowing up. And it's like, what is the entertainment landscape going to be in 15, 20 years?
Exactly.
Is it going to be AI? Is it going to be random people?
Oh, totally. It's wild to me driving around town, seeing a billboard for a kid's YouTuber that she does live action and animated sequences and stuff. She's getting a movie released. Billboards all over LA.
The Dollhouse or something?
Yeah.
I keep seeing posters at movie theaters. I'm like, what the fuck is that? That looks terrible. It looks like a straight to VHS.
Exactly. Well, there you go. That is the pattern that's being followed. Well, they'd rather make a movie out of YouTube channels than trying to create a series for the kids to watch on a cable network. It's just way better accessibility to your audience.
But then it also is now questioning if that pays off. Are the kids going to go? Are they going to have the attention to watch a feature film version of something they're watching in bite-sized clips?
Exactly. See, there you go. Who then wants to see that? Like the Ryan's World movie that came out last year, years after the kid's like not
a teenage adult almost.
Oh yeah, he's like he almost looked like he could have driven himself there.
Don't they now do him as like an animated character as the child still?
Because they're trying to preserve.
Who wants to see Ryan with the fucking mustache?
Yeah,
in puberty.
Fucking shit stash. Yeah, no, I totally. I just it would be a challenge. I just pure curiosity's sake. I would like to see how that plays out, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna expect them to come anywhere close to the heyday they once had.
Yeah.
It's never gonna be
But
that again. Slime
even-
time. I mean, come on.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, yeah, that whew, blowing minds right there. But I'm not a UFC guy, but the fact that these big pay-per-view events are now exclusively on Paramount, that could bring a whole new audience to the network and the streamer.
Oh yeah, like the people that want to watch a UFC fight in the fucking White House lawn. That's the audience
fucked.
I want to fucking see.
Yeah.
No,
But-
it's again accessibility. I've watched more boxing matches than I ever have, purely because they were on Netflix, and it was like, fuck it, let's check it out. And I gotta be honest, I've been entertained. It's if you at least give me the chance to sample some of those things I've been missing out on in years, because they're locked behind high ticket pay-per-view prices. I mean, some of these things range from like 70 to like $120. It's crazy to watch one live event.
And they could be over in an instant. Some of these matches people are waiting for.
Right? Yeah. They got to load the card up like crazy, and you're sitting there listening to them dissect this fight you just watched over and over and over again until the next fight starts. And it's like, okay, I get it. Let's
move on. Let's get those next fighters out there.
Yeah, let's beat the shit out of each other.
Let's watch these other people hug and punch and whatnot and get bloody.
That loud. Oh God, yeah. Oh, that's gnarly. That's gnarly to watch.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it, man.
Yeah, right. Well, they probably forgot why they still want to do it at some point. Just gets bashed out of them. I don't know. It's like I said, I think it's deals like that are what keep places like Paramount alive to the point to where they can be purchased by someone that wants to turn it into something. It's feeling a little monopoly like, though, when there's only like 4 media companies now that exist, or like 5 total.
I'm blanking now, but I believe they're also talking about wanting to buy another studio. Like, I forget who it is, but like a big studio they're talking about wanting to purchase.
Lionsgate about to get snatched up or something like.
It could be. Maybe it's Lionsgate. Yeah. I think so. And it's like, it's good. Now we're going to get more stuff, but it's like also bad. Now the creators have less studios to go to and less options.
And things are going to start feeling pretty similar because they're going to keep passing through the same hands. And I'm like, I think the diversity of different ideas, different experiences, different people, that's what makes things interesting. And
like, it used to mean something back in the day, seeing the title cards of these companies come up, because like, oh, cool. And now it's like, oh, wait, who's this one again? Oh, okay, cool.
Right.
I get no joy out of it. Like seeing like the logos come up.
Yeah. I used to like, I feel like you'd start recognizing the pattern of, oh, it's these. Oh man, though I'm excited because, you know, they've made so many of these movies that I like. Now it's just kind of meaningless. I mean, the review I'll get to later, Locked. There's a good minute and a half of studio title card.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my God, when is the movie starting? It is that joke from Family Guy that this must be the look at this guy. He looks mysterious. Son of a bitch. And it's just like, oh my God. And you even cue the music for the movie in the background is rising. And it's like, wait a minute, you just showed me 3 more of these fucking logos.
No, but then you realize why it's like that. Well, that's gonna do it for the news section of the episode, Dennis.
I'm ready for some whole action.
Yeah, hit that theme song, baby.
I love, even my camera's off, I'm still dancing. Just so you know.
I imagine.
I
can only. Oh man! So this first poll kind of goes into some of the stuff we were talking about earlier. On episode 220. Oh boy, why is my video not coming up here? Got to add that. Sorry, folks. Technical glitches on my end. Human error. ID 10T. All right. On episode 220. Rick and myself reviewed the latest Top Gun Let's cut that out. Sorry. On episode 220, guest toaster Rick and myself reviewed the latest spoof movie, The Naked Gun. So I wanted to know what the Toasty's favorite parody franchise was out of The Naked Gun, Austin Powers, Scary Movie, and Shrek. Now, I know these are more modern, but that's what I gave.
Oh, I think that's honestly, they're not that far apart.
Yeah.
Sort of. I mean, Naked Gun's probably the earliest, but
maybe 15, 20 years sooner.
Right. But it's stretched across a similar span of time now.
Yeah.
No, this is a good selection. It's kind of tough for me though, because I like at first I want to say Shrek, but I honestly haven't watched all of them. I'm not a Shrekophile like a good friend of mine is.
Honestly, when I did this, I'm like, oh, it's Shrek, but I'm like, no. Austin Powers. Oh my, Austin Powers was my childhood, man. I was obsessed. Dr. Evil, dude, and
that first one, actually,
International Man of Mystery.
Yeah, our one of our viewers, one of my childhood best friends, sleepover birthday party at his house. His dad let us rent whatever the fuck we wanted from Hollywood Video, and in one night we ended up watching Anaconda, Starship Troopers, and Austin Powers.
Oof,
what a triple feature! And Austin Powers, it was that I know I shouldn't be laughing at these jokes because they're way too raunchy for me, but it's that
something about
it's that experience you've had in every decade or every generation. There's been that movie that's been whether it's Porky's or Bachelor Party or there's always one of those. Ours, definitely Austin Powers. I mean, it was so funny and so impactful into culture,
and it was kind of truthful to those spy movies, and it had that spirit and vibe.
And I love that they straight up call out the exact film they're specifically referencing, Our Man Flint. And I've seen that one.
The Spy Who Shagged Me, they're watching it in the hotel room.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
When he finds out Vanessa's a fembot.
Oh, this is my fight. I love this movie.
Yep.
And that one's a little rough to get through now. It's still funny,
I'm not gonna lie. What, My Name Flint or The Spy Who Shagged Me?
My Name is Flint. Our main Flint, because there's 2 or 3 of them. James Coburn.
I want to say something.
Great though. I mean, that guy is funny, but he's also you buy the spy aspect. You buy the suave badass part of him. I mean, he's in the fucking Great Escape. The guy was a fantastic actor. Snow Dogs. I mean, come on. It's nothing. It's not nothing.
Oh man.
I said it's nothing. So in short, Austin Powers.
Fair enough. I'm with you.
Sorry, long way around.
I'd love to say Shrek, but sorry, Mike Myers, you had me with the Man of Mystery. All right, let's find out.
He made you Randy. Yeah, he made us all Randy.
That's very true. I mean, maybe the fembots, maybe Vanessa, maybe Felicity Shagwell, maybe Foxy Cleopatra. Maybe he did. I don't know. All right, so let's see what the Toasties had to say about this. 0% for Austin Powers. Fuck you. You're dead to me, Toasties.
Yeah.
Stop listening. Over. No, please. Yeah, you're good. You're
End
good.
the show
you're
now.
good, folks.
We're never. It's over.
Oh man. 0% for Scary Movie. That bodes well for the new reboot coming.
I think we're
25 for my Green Ogre Shrek, and 75% for Naked Gun. But I bet if I put the same exact poll out next year when Scary Movie 6 comes out, wonder what's going to be the top of the heap.
Oh yeah,
I don't understand why people jump on these trends.
Right,
it's a good movie.
If you did this exact poll 2 months ago, I guarantee Naked Gun wouldn't be that high.
No, honestly, I even before seeing the new one, went back to rewatch the EOG. I gave up after 10 minutes. I was like, oh, this is too rough. As a kid, fucking loved it. It was fantastic. But as a 30-something-year-old me, it's like, no, thank you.
Right. And it was like those, because that was around the time like Hot Shots came out too, right? There was a little bit more of the parody comedies, Spaceballs.
Hell, even a few years later, we get Spy Hard. Did it for me. I like Spy Hard.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
His 007.
Right.
spoof.
Oh my god. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Leslie Nielsen.
Right. The you can forget. Oh, and Bill. God damn it! The man who knew too little or whatever. Another spy spoof. I guess that's
Bill Murray. Yeah,
Bill Murray. Yeah. Why can't I think?
The Man Who Knew Too Little. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Because that was a spoof of The Man Who Knew Too Much, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's there's definitely an era of the satire spoof films that were really on the nose. But I think everyone was in the mood for that slapstick comedy again.
Which I'm happy to see is coming back, and the fact that everyone loved The Naked Gun. It didn't blaze down the box office, but people saw it, and people who saw it really enjoyed it. And like I was telling Rick, and Rick was telling me, there were people of all ages. I sat next to like a geriatric couple. Like, everyone wants this. It's nostalgia. It's something that we don't have anymore.
I will say, please.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I've been enjoying this really cute back and forth between
Pam Anderson and Liam Neeson. A lot of people are speculating.
It's really.
I don't know.
I hope it's. They look so happy together.
Yeah, and it's like they both have gone through their ups and downs, and especially him with his dead wife, and her and her career.
She fought back into the screen, and The Last Showgirl was fucking fantastic.
She proves she has the chops, and at such a late stage in her life, coming back from just being the vixen, the eye candy, and now she's like, no, I have what it takes to sell a movie. I can do drama, I can do comedy, I can do it all, and it's like, yeah,
that's right.
Not just play someone's grandmother.
Exactly.
But if you folks saw Naked Gun and you like it, I did mention last week, like 10, 15 years ago, not even that long, there was a fantastic series that Steve Carell produced and created, I think, starring Rashida Jones, called Angie Tribeca. It was like The Naked Gun. I highly suggest checking it out. I think it's on Max. Great series.
That show was very funny. I enjoyed that as well.
All right. Up next, we are going to be reviewing, or doing a second review, I guess, but we're going deeper. We're spoiling in this episode, the Fantastic Four First Steps. So I also talked about it on episode 220, but I wanted to know who the Toasty's favorite member of Marvel's First Family was. Where do you lie on this?
As a kid, for the longest time, it was definitely Johnny Storm.
The snark, the charm.
Just being able to fly and set yourself on fire. It was being able to burn. That alone was like enough for me. But as I've got older, I maybe, initially for the wrong reasons, but now for actual character reasons, I would say Invisible Woman. She's the most powerful one of the original four.
Fair enough.
Hands down. Like she's actually she can swing or turn the tide of just about every battle, every enemy they faced. She's a badass, but I like them all. So
yeah. I'm with you. I feel like Johnny Storm probably back in the day, but I kind of like Ben Grimm, the Thing, because he's just so, especially this new incarnation of him. He's not just like, oh no, I'm a monster. He's owning it, and he's always looked badass and cool.
Like I appreciate Michael Chiklis appreciating this new turn too. It's like, yeah, man, you got to be him in 2 movies. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, but then, some people don't even get past the first. Some people do the first, and it's never seen. Sorry, Roger.
Right? Yeah, good old Roger Corman.
Which I don't know if you saw and noticed, but I guess some of those original Fantastic Four from the Corman popped up in First Steps. I didn't, because who the fuck remembers who they are?
Right.
It's been so long since we watched it, and they've aged decades.
Yes, that is cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious what these Toasties. Who's on top?
Let's find out. 0% for Sue Storm. What the fuck? Which?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I guess some maybe people get caught up in some artist's interpretation of her character, and yeah, they make her pretty foxy, probably too over the top in some covers and shit. I get that, but when it comes to the story and the content, she's kind of the linchpin. She kind of.
Are you saying that people don't like her because she's too sexy?
Yeah.
Wow. I guess we are in an age where people don't like seeing sex scenes in movies. AKA, we're in the age the young kids don't like that. It's such a weird, like, it's so odd to me, but that's the way the world is now, I guess.
Right. I don't know. I'm saying that could be one of the reasons.
No, fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah, no, that's too bad. She's a badass.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. 0% for Ben Grimm,
Wow.
The Thing.
How are there so many zeros? I thought it would at least been a spread, you know?
Yeah. 10, 20, 30, 50, something.
Yeah.
Numbers off there, 40. Yeah.
110%.
That's how awesome this family is.
That's right. I'm so
all right.
surprised.
So are we going to get another zero? Are we going to get a 20, a 50, a 70?
Mr. Fantastic is like is close to zero, and I bet you it's Johnny Storm up top.
Let's find out. I act like I didn't make this slide.
You don't know.
50% for Mr. Fantastic and 50% for Johnny Storm, folks.
You know what, everybody? It's not always Pedro Pascal, okay?
Yeah.
He's a great actor.
Sometimes it's John Krasinski.
Sometimes actually that would have been cool too. I would have watched.
I mean, we got him in the Multiverse of Madness.
We did.
I'm getting it. But sometimes it's Ian Garofalo. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he was a good guy.
Yeah. I thought he sold it right.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see that actor come back and then play the evil version of Mr. Fantastic from I think it's the Ultimates
Well, I think they killed him off. Remember, Johnny and Deadpool Wolverine said, "Everyone's dead but me." But it's the multiverse. Anything's possible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, interesting.
Yeah.
You never cease to amaze me, Toasties.
Right?
Never stop posting.
It's funny. I was joking saying I made the slide. I know. I thought it was 25 Johnny, 75 Fantastic for Pedro. Even I fucking forgot, man. They keep us on our toes.
That they do.
That's going to do it for the polls and the news. So let's get to the main showcase here, folks. The feature presentation, a little thing we like to call reviews.
Nice camera action, it's review time. Dennis and Adam, we gon' blow your mind. We're stepping up to the plate, ready to swing. Analyzing movies like a scientist would play.
All right. Ooh, you teased it earlier, Dennis. You have a movie that I was questioning if I reviewed on the show because I know I had a screener for, but I think I didn't care for it enough to do it on the podcast. I just did a YouTube video for it. You want to talk about Locked?
Yes, sir. This is a little film that is available for streaming right now on Hulu if you got it. I'm talking about Locked. This is starring Bill Skarsgård and a whole lot of voice of Anthony Hopkins, a little bit of his face.
I'd say a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. This is telling the story of a young father down on his luck. He's separated from his daughter's mother. He used to have some really negative tendencies. He's trying to set aside. He's trying to be a better man. He's trying to be a good father. And all he needs to do is pick his daughter up from school, but he still owes too much money to the mechanic to get his van back. He's trying desperately to make what he can.
He loves his daughter. He wants to make it work.
He's recognized he was a piece of shit, and he's really, really wants to change.
But when the world doesn't want to forgive him.
Yes, that is a critical note too. After unfortunately kind of falling back into old ways and trying to see what he can steal out of local cars, he gets into the wrong car. So this is basically a honeypot set up by William, the owner of this luxury custom-built SUV that is played by Anthony Hopkins, that has now locked Eddie, our Bill Skarsgård's character, into the car and is slowly torturing him over several days. And I gotta say, it was so inventive the ways and the things that were done manipulated in the vehicle to like I remember seeing the trailer, like I'm so intrigued because it's like a limited location film, but you have that ability to move the car around. You have some variation. You have things that can happen to him. I was so intrigued by what was going on, and I gotta say, I enjoyed the ride. It was I mean, I like Bill Skarsgård. We've seen him in a lot of varying roles.
He's great.
Yeah.
I don't know why he kind of reminded me a lot. I don't know if it was his outfit, his bleach blonde hair, but he kind of reminded me a lot of Pete Davidson in this movie.
I can see that. All the tattoos and all that stuff. No, I totally that sort of.
But also, it seems like you like this a lot more than me, which is cool. But I kind of was questioning, I forget how many days it was, but the car was always running. Things were always happening. And it's like, how the fuck did that battery not die? How? Maybe I completely forgot.
I think it's because not everything was on all the time, and only enough systems would be on just for him to maintain connection, like for William to maintain connection with the car. And let's be honest, he had this thing custom built from the ground up, so
which
he probably
I like
has a lot of reserve power.
And I like the rationale of why he's doing this. His car's been broken into multiple times. Cops don't want to do anything about it, so he's getting vigilante justice and revenge on whoever the unlucky fuck who fucks with his car happens to be.
Yep. And we get that Eddie's slowly drawing more the story of really the true heart of why he's doing this, and his kind of like, he doesn't care who it is he gets. He just wants to fucking hurt someone. And it comes off so brutal. But yeah, I guess, it sounded like I did like the movie more than you.
Yeah, but, I'm not going to lie. I was excited for the movie, got a screener for it, and then I was very tediously watching it. But I'm happy you liked it.
The emotion that's displayed on screen, Bill's got a solid range, and he got to show.
True, that guy can do pretty much anything,
and in a tiny little space for most of the movie too.
Yeah,
that was really what was impressive to me. Is I was entertained in such a tiny spot, and just the ways they were fucking with him. Some of them seemed innocuous.
It was creative.
Yeah, it was.
Even revealing like the water bottle or something different like that.
Yeah.
You think, oh, if you've been in this car long enough, you know every square inch, but you don't.
Right. It's I think everything was placed in just the right way. It isn't you don't have to reach too deep. Like there was things about the movie that, like, okay, yeah, I could see he's going to try this eventually, or we see him working on certain methods of escape or manipulating the car. And you see that sort of build up over time. I can tell they were trying to hope we might forget some of those details, but I think it made me more excited for when it finally came back around, and a pretty epic climax at the end of when the conclusion. I enjoyed. It was intense. There was a few moments I was like, oh shit, are we really?
Oh yeah, it gets really dark almost.
I'm like, oh my god, this is really like, holy fuck. I liked that it put me on the edge of my seat, and I think I don't know. I think this movie deserves some more eyes, but I totally see why this wouldn't be something for everybody. This is one of those, like, you can very much see it's like a medium budget movie, but I think this works well within its means.
And I really, really enjoyed the setting. Like, it had a very distinguishable look and style and vibe and feel to it. The
parking lot itself.
Yeah.
It had a lot of personality and character. I love that the rotating billboard, like the way they used that, like every image on it lent itself to different scenes in the movie. Just the nature of, like, of course he's going to pick a place where no parking lot attendants are going to fuck with this thing. It's going to be in a shitty part of town, so it's probably not even going to be used that much. And then setting it up to where you could even walk up to the car and no one outside would even know there was anyone in there.
It was creative. I'll give it that. But
yeah,
I kind of wanted more. I wanted to see Anthony Hopkins more. I wanted a little bit more, but I don't know. I will say, if you like this, sorry, if you dug this movie, I highly suggest you check out this Willem Dafoe movie from, I want to say, like a year or two ago, called Inside. where
I wanted to
he
watch
is just
that.
breaking into a house to steal this very expensive painting, but then he gets trapped in and the heater is doing this thing and the whole it's a mind-bending a fuck of a movie that's like this movie but on steroids to the degree.
Nice. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. I that was one I very much meant to see. I remember when you toasted that one, and I never got back around to it. Unfortunately, I'll have to.
I wouldn't be
check
shocked
that
if that was on like Hulu or Max or
out. Oh,
something
totally.
somewhere.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like it's akin to this, but a little bit different. But yeah.
Sure, and it's. I mean, come on, Willem Dafoe's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Oh hell yeah.
The things I've seen that man do. My God.
There's not much you haven't seen him do.
Oh God. Send a little bit I wish I didn't that are burned in my mind. Talking about you, Antichrist.
Oof.
Oh,
God.
that was brutal. Anyways,
He goes for it.
What's
I'm something
what
of
you
a
got?
scientist myself.
Oh, I love me a Spider-Man reference. What you got up for us next there, Toaster?
Oh wait, no.
Adam?
You didn't give us your slice yet.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah, don't you jump the ship here.
Yeah, shit. No. No, apologize, folks. No, I'm gonna give it 3 slices. I really enjoyed this. I totally recognize where it's was working so within its means. We kind of had to scale certain things back, but I enjoyed the performances. I liked how limited and focused the film was into such a small space, and then what they were able to get away with. And on the bigger set pieces, I was entertained from start to finish.
Heck yeah. So yeah, that's way more than I give it. If I were to review this, I think I'd 1.5 or 2, but it's not my review to give slice score to, so fuck me. All right, up next I have Freakier Friday. That was a very harsh transition there. Sorry, folks. Now, this movie, I really had no expectations for. I enjoyed the 2003 Freaky Friday remake, and I like these 2 actresses, but I'm like,
absolutely,
really? We're doing it again? This is probably going to be as bad as a straight to Disney Plus movie. It's just a cash grab. Just Jamie Lee Curtis throwing a bone to Lindsay Lohan to get her out of Netflix for a bit. But I was so delighted and surprised by how much I really dug this movie. So it takes place in real time since we last saw them. And unfortunately, Lindsay Lohan is now a widow and she has a teenage daughter. But she's fallen in love with the new man who's opened a restaurant in Los Angeles, but he and his daughter are from the UK. And the 2 are getting married. And of course, their 2 daughters don't see eye to eye. Lindsay Lohan's daughter is kind of like a California surfer girl, kind of quiet, kind of reserved, whereas the husband's daughter is more of a fashionista, more of a Barbie, more of a brat. And of course, they want to do everything they can to split up the family. And one thing leads to another. They get into a change-up Freaky Friday situation, but it's a 4-way reverse, folks. Lindsay Lohan is now in the body of her daughter. Her daughter is in her body. Jamie Lee Curtis is in her soon-to-be new granddaughter's body and vice versa. And of course, Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis, they've been in it before. They know how to reverse the curse, and that's what they want to figure out. And the daughters, however, want to break up the wedding. And the big crust of the situation, crux, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
This happens 2 days before the wedding. So if they don't turn back soon, it's going to be pretty weird.
Yeah.
But it is just fun, like seeing these 2 older actresses playing young ladies they're really good. And seeing the young ladies play these older ladies also very good. Like
nice.
I was so damn good and so damn delightful. And honestly, the mannerisms everyone has, fantastic. It's sleek, it's sexy, it's beautiful. It's also taking place in Los Angeles, and they're going all throughout, and Los Angeles feels like a character in this movie. The cinematography is really good, but the editing is mind-boggling.
Oh, nice.
It's fast. It's cut like a music video almost. It's a really good movie, man. Like I don't know, man. And it has a pretty good cast. There's a lot of callbacks, references, Easter eggs, some returning cast members from the original, some new cast members. I highly suggest if you enjoyed the 2003, this isn't a letdown.
Yeah, nice. Oh, when the first of this series of the films came out, that was probably the peak of my Lindsay Lohan crush. And
Jamie Lee started freaky. Parent Trap, I was like, who is this? And then this, it's like, oh wow. Yep. And then Mean Girls is like, oh. Yeah.
Oh my God. Mean Girls sealed the deal. That was
my God. But then it's like, once she went down that spiral, it's like, oh, she's never coming back. And then I'm like, oh, she delighted me in that one Netflix Christmas movie, but she's never coming back. She's been Lacey Chavard in my eyes, but she's coming.
I don't know. She's fighting hard, and she's proving that she's not done.
She has the chops.
Yes. She fell down a pretty deep hole, but look at her now, and couldn't be more proud of being able to come back and own that name again. And then Jamie Lee Curtis has never let off the gas. That woman, she's just gotten
better and better and better as time. She's aged like fine wine.
Yes, she has, and she's still gorgeous.
100%.
We just watched True Lies the other day, and she's so goddamn funny and so entertaining in that movie. And she's still doing it today. And
I feel like she's more relevant today than she was before. And let's not forget, she started out as a scream queen, and most of those ladies never really got past the B horror movies. And she stayed in the zeitgeist for so fucking long.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I feel like it's never really died down that much. Even coming back to play her character again, multiple films. I mean, Trading Places, the hooker with the heart of gold. Like she's just great everywhere. So that's great that they were they had such a great film. Great
and it's fun because they're making fun of the older generation and the younger generation in big ways. Like no one's safe. Like everyone's being mocked for what they believe in, what they do, but they're also being celebrated and applauded. I'm gonna give Freakier Friday 3 slices of toast. I applaud this movie. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Heck yeah. You have a movie that's also pretty freaky, a movie that I loved, and I can't wait to hear you talk about. And I bet it's gonna be the reverse of how I felt about Locked. You're probably gonna hate this movie that I love, one of my top movies of the year, man. Freaky Tales. Tell me about it, man.
So this is a unique 80s sort of schlocky film set in Oakland. It's got it's kind of has this air of almost horror to it, this sci-fi aspect, but just straight up street punks and Nazis duking it out. We got a sword wielding fucking Golden State Warrior. I mean, hell, we got some Pedro Pascal and Ben Mendelsohn in here. It's where it seems kind of all over the place at first, where you're probably getting these little vignettes of just kind of weird stories, and with these flashes of animation on screen that are add a very interesting texture to the visual style itself.
Every vignette looks completely different, I think, like style-wise.
Yes, and it seems, and all of them are clearly building up momentum to the next one, and each one giving little references to other events that have occurred as the story goes on. And there's Too Short.
That was a good. He's playing himself.
Yeah, it's like, God damn. It's like he still looks pretty young, and they made him look really young.
And we get Marshawn Lynch as a bus driver that makes no sense, but delightful.
Yes. Oh my God, that guy is just
and
everything.
I don't want to spoil it, but that cameo that they built up throughout the whole movie, and like I'm like, what the fuck? How did they get that actor in this?
Yes.
Oh man, that blew my mind. And the role wasn't not significant, but he had a pretty decent monologue to do.
Yeah. Oh, totally. And you could tell this is something he must have read the script and be like, oh yeah,
I forget. I did hear the writers talk about how they got him, but I forget things pretty easy.
And then
but, sorry, I derailed.
Oh no, you're all good. And then unfortunately, this was well after the passing of Angus Cloud, so we didn't get
Mm-hmm.
to see the wide release of the film, which is too bad. But I will say, fantastic performances all around. I love this unique storytelling. I love how wild and off the rails this movie gets by the end.
Oh
Holy
man,
shit. I
dude.
have to. I'm agreeing with you on everything you said coming into this. I love this movie
Oh,
too.
thank God.
It,
Could you not picture Jay Ellis as Blade after watching that final scene with them?
oh shit!
Like
That yeah, that is that right there should be the audition.
yeah.
My God.
Like I like Mahershala Ali, but
Oh, of
seeing
course.
what Jay Ellis did, I'm like, oh wow.
Right. No, this honestly, folks, if you've been sleeping on this one, get at it. Freaky Tales was so cool. I watched it on HBO Max. But get it wherever you have access to it. Check it out. It's God, it's like it made me just like queasy enough at the correct wrong things that it felt so justified when that horrible shit would happen to him, like
Yeah.
that was so cool. You made me angry enough at the bad guys that I love to see the good guys win. And even the
Right.
side stories that seemed disconnected at first wove back in really cool ways. I mean, Too Short isn't just randomly there, like this the rap duo that was the rap battle was
yeah. Right.
And I mean, geez, this whole like from start to finish, this thing was great. Even the brutal story with about Clint, like Jesus. I mean, of course, this guy is going to be doing whatever he can to exact his revenge, only to find out there's still a fragment of hope left that he needs to save. Awesome.
I'm happy you like this. I was afraid. Dude. I'm like, oh man, I don't know. Music, I feel like you like it.
The sets were gorgeous. I loved that the first the punk club just had so much texture, and
apparently that's a real place in Oakland that the writer director actually went to.
Oh, badass.
As a kid.
Awesome. No, that adds a lot more to it. Yeah, I don't understand the negative comments about it. This totally was made for movie viewers like us. And I love that they went for it.
Like, it sucks. I know it's on Max, and I'm like, I want to watch it. I kind of want to have Sarah watch it, but I know it's not her type of movie. So I'm like, but she does see Pedro Pascal, and she's like, oh, Pedro's in that. I'm like, yes, but I don't think you'll like it.
It's I forget the name of the production company that made this. I believe they also made They Clone Tyrone. It was.
I wouldn't be shocked.
It was a group that they wanted to focus more on telling Black-led stories. And goddamn, this is, even to classify it that way, yes, that's what it is. But this is a movie for anyone who likes, like kind of 80s horror movies, pretty much.
You know, it's
not
crazy.
Really a horror movie, but it
it has that vibe. The writer directors of this are the folks who did Captain Marvel, the first one.
Oh shit!
Is that the movie Captain Marvel? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had a great time, man. This was a badass movie.
Thank God.
Yeah.
It's top of my list for the year so far.
I totally see why. That's why I'm gonna give Freaky Tales 3.5 slices of toast.
Nice.
It's another one of those, like, I'm struggling to define why I wouldn't just say 4, but I think it's almost there. Like, it's so fucking close to being that good of a movie. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. When we get to the gory stuff, it is brutal, and then some of the subject matter itself may also be a little too much for some folks, because there is some tragedy that occurs that
came out of nowhere. It's like, oh shit.
Yes,
and then I had to Google. I'm like, is that real? Thank God it's not. But
oh right, yeah.
I mean, the basketball player's real, but it's like, fuck.
Oh yeah. The real, like, okay, things like that, the real world references that kept occurring throughout the film. So they just made the world of the film so full. Like, I appreciate it. It added that reality to it in a very wild, over the top story.
Mhm.
Yeah, go check it out, folks. Seriously.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stick with something that almost starred Pedro Pascal, but was then replaced with none other than Mr. Josh Brolin, Zach Krager's latest movie, Weapons. All right, so I'm gonna get this out in the open here. I like this movie. It's good. People are blowing it way out of proportion. Hell, if I had to choose right now, there's 2 horror movies playing. This and Together. I would say Together is a better movie, but people are gravitating to Weapons because it's a good movie. So essentially, this is a movie. The less you know about it, the better. Going in blind is the best way to see this, but I'll give you the least amount of spoilers I can.
Oh,
So
please,
essentially,
yeah.
as you see in the trailer, at I think it was 2:17 a.m. one day, this elementary school undergrad class of kids just woke up and all left their home and never were seen again. And it's a story that's told from different perspective. The teacher, well, everyone except for one kid went missing, and we don't know why. But so we're seeing points of views from the parents, from the teacher, from a cop, from the kid who wasn't a part of this. And we're getting different glimpses into the life, different glimpses into people's points of views. And there's some great talent in this movie. Like the cast is just phenomenal. Like Julia Gardner killing it. She has this and Fantastic Four First Steps right now. She's Silver Surfer. Josh Brolin is great. Benedict Wong might be one of my favorites here. Hell, even Paul Scheer's wife, June Diane Raphael, pops up for a little bit.
Oh, damn.
Nice. Solo himself, Eldon Ehrenreich is in it, and he's fantastic. Boy, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit bored in the beginning. It's a bit of a slow burn, in my opinion. Okay. And it wasn't bad, but it just took a little bit before I'm like, okay, things started to click. And there were a couple of moments where I literally had to look away from the screen. There were some very dark and fucked up things that did happen left and right. Oh, and then there's a lot of comedy, surprisingly. Like
that's what I keep hearing.
Yeah. Something crazy, scary could happen, and then let's play a joke. But it's not like underplaying it. It just lives in that realm. Right. And I will say, you know who else is in it? One of our favorites, man, Toby Huss, dude. He's pretty great in it.
Yes. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah. And everyone's giving fantastic performances. The score is great. The cinematography is just beautiful. The mystery, this movie can build mystery perfectly. I will say, once we slowly figure out what's happening and why it's happening and how it's happening, didn't really do it for me. But a lot of people are digging it. So I'm like, okay, cool. I get it. But for me, I would have liked to maybe have kept the mystery and never explained what happened. But I guess you don't really want that out of a movie. And it's kind of like you can leave the movie feeling like it's an allegory for a lot of different things. Like it really feels like a school shooting type of movie. It feels like a kidnapping movie. It feels like a movie about death and grief. Like you can take so much out of this. And it's 2 hours and 8 minutes, but it feels a little long to me. But it was never dull. It just, like I said, was a bit of a slow burn.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. It sounds right up my alley. I've been really
I think you'd dig it
to check this one now.
Yeah. But like I said, I personally right now, if I had to judge this or Alison Brie and Dave Franco's movie, I like Together a little bit more, but I enjoyed the hell out of this.
Nice.
I'm going to give Weapons 3 slices of toast. I was on the fence with 2.5, but 3 is a decent area, I think, for it.
Nice. Oh, awesome, man.
Yeah.
Dang.
Sorry, I'm trying to dance around things.
Oh, no. I really appreciate it because this is one I'm very excited to check out, and I know it's you can tell it's what a lot of other people are also trying to do. The local radio station Heidi and Frank, they got their movie guy that shows up on Thursdays or Fridays in the mornings, and he did the same thing. Now,
do they still have Ralph Garman coming in to do that, or is that someone else?
His name? I'm sorry, I don't.
It doesn't matter. Sorry,
it's been the same guy. I'm sure it's the same guy. it's
Well, he used to be on K-Rock, but I think he jumps over. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Sorry,
it's been the same guy
didn't
for
mean to-
years. Oh no, it's
Fair enough.
you used to listen to him too. So
Yeah, I like Heidi and Frank. They're not bad. Been a while,
yeah,
but
they're funny.
yeah. But I
Anywho.
think if you get a chance, you should check it out. I didn't see it in IMAX. I saw it on a regular screen. I bet it would be fantastic in IMAX. I don't know if it's still in IMAX, but if you get that opportunity, I'd highly suggest IMAX would be the way. Okay. And this is something that you should see with an audience if you get the chance, because just everyone's different reactions to everything. Like it's that type of atmosphere.
Nice. Oh,
but
I like
watching
that.
it at home is still fun, I bet.
Well, cool, man.
Yeah.
That's
you have a movie that I know you really didn't want to review, but I kind of forced it in because it's now available to rent on pay-per-view or buy digitally.
Because you want me to hurt all over again.
Yes.
Oh, you masochist. Okay. Well, let's just tear this Band-Aid off. All right, folks. I'm talking about Jurassic World Rebirth. And that's all I want to say. No, I'm kidding.
All right, zero slices. All right, moving on. I got a movie by.
So this is I'll do a brief summary of the movie. Here is we're further down the timeline of dinosaurs kind of integrating with the rest of the world, but we're finding out they don't really coexist because their genetics aren't made to exist in the atmosphere, like in the climate that we've created now. Exactly. It's like, well, yeah, no shit.
There's a reason they died. Comets and global warming.
So they found that, we can probably make this incredible wonder drug, but we need the DNA samples from these 3 types of dinosaurs. So we're putting a team together. And the leader of this team is Scarlett Johansson, is playing Zora Bennett.
Woo!
Zora. We needed to find as unique as possible, couldn't we?
And they say it a million fucking times.
Jesus Christ. And there's just so many. I have just so many problems with this movie.
Right.
We're also seeing the story of this father who's taking his kids sailing, and the boat gets fucked up by a dinosaur, and now they're on the same island too. When it's super dangerous. Yeah.
Yikes.
And my favorite part about that is the father who like breaks his ankle. Magically can walk on it, sprinting in this scene. Now he needs to be like hobbled and carried around in the next scene just to be.
And the trains all over the place too.
Oh my god, the task at hand, the way they do it is so overly complicated with the device.
It's a video game quest.
It is. This would be a great game. Don't make it a movie. This would have been like if you just had to play the team and it was a randomly generated situation, like. There's no saves. It's like you got to do the whole mission in one go.
Oh, that'd be good.
Online multiplayer. You randomly spawn at a different part of the island each time it generates they change the spawn locations of the dinosaurs you draw the samples from. I would play the fuck out of that.
Oh,
this movie I'm never gonna watch again.
No, sir.
But damn if they didn't try to create products within this with the little what's the name of the little fucking dinosaur? They tried to make super cute. But
that was a super cute dinosaur. I love that little guy. That might have been my favorite part of the whole movie, I think.
I just felt like they were jamming it down my throat. Like I see the fucking plushies and the toys already. The whole movie just kind of felt like that.
And can you believe that this movie was written by the writer of Jurassic Park? How? It's
just frustrating. Scarlett Johansson might be the best part of it, but even then, it's like she's done so much better.
Yeah, it seemed like she didn't even want to be there. But I would have rather have seen just those dinosaurs in New York or whatever city they were in. I just want to see like the Flintstones, like there are dinosaurs living. How do we live with these giant dying dinosaurs all around instead of let's go back to an island? Fuck that. We've seen that a million times.
What would be the sadder story? Like. So there's that dinosaur dying in the middle of the street in New York at the beginning of the movie. They can't just pick it up and carry it. You realize they're going to have to like cut that thing up and move it in pieces. Like that
And-
would have to be someone's job in this world.
Dude,
That might have been
you're literally talking about I saw this anime movie that's based on a manga and an anime series, Kaiju number 8. That's the premise. Like we follow these cleanup crews of people who go and clean up giant kaiju, their dead carcasses and all the stuff.
Jesus,
And one of the guys can turn into a kaiju. Like that is a movie worth seeing or an anime worth watching.
The fuck out of that, yeah.
Like that's literally what you're describing, but dinosaurs are kaiju. But yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
didn't mean
Oh,
to
for
derail.
sure. At least we get a little bit of Mahershala Ali. He's fantastic. I was surprised. I was surprised Ed Skrein was in the movie. I'm like, oh, I didn't remember seeing you in the trailer. And then about 20 minutes into the movie, I'm like, oh, that's why.
Bye-bye. Yeah. So I guess the reason we're reviewing this for a second time is to warn you: save your money and wait till it's streaming, or just never watch it.
Yeah, just don't. It's like if you're my wife loves Jurassic Park. It's one of her all-time favorite movies, and for good reason. It's still a very, very entertaining film. But like I tell her, let's just rewatch Jurassic Park then. You know what? We can watch the second and third for like shits and giggles, but those honestly are rough to get through for me now. Anyways. But God, can we just stop? Stop trying to force feed us these crappy movies. You waited this long to make this one. Like, let's can we stop now? I can't. I will say I'm glad we didn't spend money to see this. This was a Producers Guild screening that Val got an invitation for us to go see. So it was the perfect environment. It's a room full of producers. There's no phones. There's no fucking concessions. We're all just sitting there watching the movie. And even distractionless, it wasn't enough to like hype this movie up. And I just felt like even the kills, we kind of got cheated out of some of cooler ways for people to go. There wasn't the same message that
hey man, but you must have loved that stoner character, right? He was really radical.
Oh Jesus,
you smoke weed, right?
Yeah. Oh God damn it, you just like that. Yeah, just making everyone that does that look like an absolute idiot. That was a good representation there. And there's so many problems I had with this. I can just keep going on and on and on. Like Scarlett Johansson's
they were all CG, and even some of the terrain was CG, and it was good CG.
You could tell they were on these tiny little sets for so much of the movie. I mean, mind you, some of them were built up really nice.
Sure.
Still, like I liked the temple, the pterodactyl nest thing that they were in.
Yeah.
But even then, I feel like we cheaped out on how some of these people went down. Like, it's just frustrating.
And let's be honest, a lot of the good shots, the interesting things, are in the trailer.
Yes, 100%. 100%. I will fully agree with that. Yeah, I've got nothing good to say about this. And I know there's people that'll still want to try to defend it. There might have been a couple of cool like shots, but sure. I just hate this feeling of like every character feels shorted. I was annoyed by literally everyone at some point, whether it's through actions or dialogue. And it's not the cast, because I'm blaming the script here.
It's definitely the material they were given.
Yes. So I can't. Oh my God. So I don't know if you remember this, Adam. I have this really bad like what do you call it? Things that dumb things that anger you that just I can't control.
Pet peeve?
Yeah. One of my pet peeves is like hearing loud food getting chewed, especially.
I mean, that's just annoying as fuck.
Especially the guy chewing on the fucking mints, and in
the first, yeah.
God, I angry every time he did it. I got so mad. Wow, like this movie literally found one of my worst pet peeves and like made it a character trait. Oh my God. Oh, it made my skin crawl.
Oh man.
So yeah, I'm gonna say Jurassic World Rebirth, half a slice. And it gets that half a slice because you have pretty.
Do you have your notebook with you?
I do.
Do you know how many I gave? I feel like I was probably much more generous than I need it to be. I bet I gave 1.5, maybe 2. I hope it's not that much, but
you gave it 2.
Oof.
2.
I'd downgrade it now if I could, but something about it, I was like, all right, it's good. And this was the only 4th of July release of notability. This is the shit we got for 4th of July. Thank God in 2 years, Shrek will be the 4th of July release.
There you go. Sorry, it's
Shrek 5,
2
not
years
4,
to
sorry.
cleanse your palate, but
Yeah.
at least you have something to look forward to.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Moving on.
Oh,
Sorry to put you through that pain.
I feel so dirty.
I'm happy I'm not the only one. Well, speaking of dirty, Dennis, I got a dirty dog story here. I got Jindy Tartakovsky's latest film, Fixed. All right. Now, you might know him from classic cartoons like Dexter's Lab, Samurai Jack, Primal, or perhaps the family-friendly Hotel Transylvania films. Well, this is nothing like that, folks. This is a movie that is raunchy and dirty and just so fucking balls to the wall. All right, it's an animated movie, folks. All right, it's about dogs. Adam Devine plays Bull. He's a mutt, and he has an issue where he can't stop humping grandma's leg, and the family's fed up. It's time to trim them balls, and hopefully Bull will just calm down. And when he finds out this happens, he decides he wants to escape. Him and his friends go out for one last night of debauchery, and by God, there's debauchery. And he happens to be in love with a purebred, show-winning dog next door named Honey, played by Katherine Hahn. And his best friend, Rocco, is played by Idris Elba. We got Fred Armisen, Bobby Moynihan, Michelle Batu, Beck Bennett, and so many fantastic voice actors.
Yeah.
And it has this hand-drawn-ish look. Also kind of, I guess I would say maybe QuickTime type, not QuickTime. I don't know, this old school computer look, not like CG, but I don't know. It has this distinguishable kind of look, this old school throwback. And it's funny. It started off kind of cute. We're seeing Bull as a puppy, and we're hearing whines of dogs. And one of my dogs actually came up and started looking at the screen like she was very fixed on. And then it becomes, now we're Adam Devine, and we're spewing out so many like jokes and observations about dogs and things that are so dirty that we don't normally talk about. It's funny. It's kind of charming. I feel like they're trying to do so much. This is like an animated version of Strays. I don't know. I don't know if I liked it or hated it. It kind of reminded me of like kind of early 2000s Apatow style movies. It felt like they were trying to do so much in this one movie, and it felt long to me. It was a little bit tedious to watch, and the movie was an hour and 26 minutes.
Oh, so
I don't know how that works.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quick, but it didn't feel quick to me. Some parts I enjoyed. I had mixed. I commend them doing something so bold, so different, stuff we don't get anymore, but it just felt so juvenile. If I was 10 to 12, I probably would love this. This movie was initially going to be released by Sony Animation theatrically, but I think they realized, oh, no, this is not going to work. So Netflix ended up saving it. And I think it's detriment. I feel like this is a movie teen boys would want to go and see. Like back in the day, I wanted to see Team America, couldn't get into the theater. But now these teens and tweens, they can just pop on Netflix and have the time of their life. This is made for like adolescents.
Like we were saying before, with the age we saw Austin Powers for the first time, you know?
Yes.
It's so this, you're saying it's much more like this is this current generation's exposure to this comedy. Interesting.
Yeah. It didn't fully work for me. Like I said, I love the animation, had a fantastic cast. It was ballsy, but it just, I feel like a little lowbrow for me, a little bit too much. I don't know. I mixed, and it also kind of felt like a pilot episode of a show. It didn't feel like a film. It didn't feel theatrical to me. It just felt like, oh, we're going through the motions. He
started working on this quite a while ago.
Oh yeah, this is like a passion project he's been trying to do for years.
Because I know he's been having trouble getting like maintain like he finally announced a third season of Primal. I believe was that at Comic-Con or another
I
or
can't honestly
convention or
tell
something.
you,
I mean,
probably.
the man, I'm such a fan of his work.
He's a legend.
He helped like animate our childhood. I mean, that
Yeah.
guy's Gendy Tartakovsky's just like a legend. That's the best way to put it. So I'm glad he got to have this kind of passion piece sort of made. But it's interesting that this is the route like ended up taking that level of comedy.
And I wonder if it's a little bit of the pent up frustration of doing a PG movie like Hotel Transylvania for 3 or 4 movies, whatever it was. And now he's like, I can do whatever I want, unfiltered, going for it.
Oh, for sure. I think it's always good to have like for those creators a sort of palate cleansing sort of story to tell. So that way it's like that shit just doesn't get built up in their minds. They can exercise all that. Then they can continue doing other things that, I mean, God, the guy's this guy created one of my favorite Star Wars characters, Asajj Ventress, a Sith apprentice who was cast out by her master and he carved her own.
Because he did the original Clone Wars before it was the Clone Wars everyone knows and loves. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Epic lightsaber battle between her and Anakin Skywalker that he animated. It's really solid series. If you folks haven't checked out,
was she the basis of one of those characters from that recent animated series, Villains? Or
yes. Okay,
I dug that story. I watched that season of those episodes. That was good.
Oh my god, yeah, it was.
I can only imagine.
You really only get a taste of her in Tartakovsky's Clone Wars, but she's really fleshed out. And when they brought the series back, on Cartoon Network later on, and that series was great. And the way because it obviously flows right into Tales of the Underworld.
That's what I'm talking. Yep, that's the name, not Villains. Fuck me.
Well, there's a few of them. There's
true.
Tales of the Dark Side and Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Underworld. And I believe we'll have more of those coming.
I wouldn't be shocked.
But that's like you said, the man's a legend. I'm glad he's at least was able to kind of get that out of his system, so to speak.
Like it wasn't dog shit, pun intended. It was fine. It was serviceable. It just wasn't for me. And if your interest is slightly piqued, check it out. Like I said, it's under 90 minutes, so you can knock it out super quick and easy if you choose to. I'm going to give Fixed over on Netflix a slice and a half.
Slice and a half? Okay.
Yep. All right.
It's no Samurai Jack.
No sirree, Dennis. It is no SJ. I am excited. Rick and I reviewed Fantastic Four First Steps on episode 220, but I can't wait to talk about it with you, man. We can go as deep as you want. We can spoil it's been out for a month. You might want to skip ahead like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and get to the final review if you don't want any spoilers. But let's get into it, Dennis. Want to set us up for what First Steps is?
Yeah. So Fantastic Four First Steps takes place in one of the established universes in the Marvel multiverse. I forget specifically which number it is. They say right at the beginning. But this is kind of true to when the books came out, taking place in the 60s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's like they never say because it has that look, but it also has that modern sensibility to it. Because
of I strongly feel like it's the influence of Mr. Fantastic, his incredible genius, the technology he's able to create and contribute to the city of New York, and this is why they were New York's favorite heroes and within the world of Marvel for the longest time. Fantastic Four were the shit. There was no X-Men yet. I think the first time we see Spider-Man is even in in a Fantastic Four comic, and they're like they meet this guy in the suit and like who the fuck is this guy? He looks like trouble. And then he and Johnny Storm end up becoming friends. I digress.
Nice.
This is telling the story of the already established first family of Marvel. They they've saved the day multiple times. There's toys, there's cartoons. They've bringing about world peace. Even they're all of them are
they've done it all.
Yeah, and they're all fucking astronauts. Like they are fantastic,
And they're celebrities in their world. There's specials dedicated to them.
Yep.
Plaques, statues, monuments. And they've only been around for what, 4 years, 3 years?
Yeah. So the as they're kind of going about their business, they they come across a rather unique individual they weren't expecting. A messenger, so to speak, comes to visit Earth. And
a herald, some might say.
Yeah, exactly. An unusual figure that seems to be humanoid, but is completely chromed out silver, standing on a platform that seems to fly on its own. And she comes with the warning that Galactus is coming to destroy Earth. And get ready. Enjoy your last hours. Go eat, fuck, and be merry. Like, it's just like, you know what, guys? Just
it became a giant orgy.
Go out with a bang. Yeah. Then there's a giant orgy scene and the Earth gets destroyed. That's the movie. No.
Paul Walter Hauser in that sex scene. Wow. Blew my mind.
Mole man.
John Malkovich. Whoo-wee. You thought they deleted him, but he's there, folks.
Oh,
sorry.
In the midst of getting this horrible warning message, we find out Sue is pregnant.
Congrats.
And Reed is panicking. He is a very worried father. He's so concerned about what happened to their DNA after their exposure to the gamma radiation in space. He's so fearful for what could happen to their son. And he's doing everything he can to try to head off any possible mutations or anything that could potentially be wrong with him. Meanwhile, you have Johnny who's trying to figure out what this fucking message is. These strange signals they've been hearing from intercepting from space. Ben's kind of facing the reality of he's never going to be this, like, it's truly setting in. He's got to just kind of accept himself. And
which he owns it, though. He is not afraid to just be him and kind of show off and do things and have fun and goof around, unlike any other Ben Grimm that we've seen in this theatrical world.
I will say that, like, 95% of the time, yes. I do like to get the little glimpses of when he's passing by the windows at the TV, the electronics store, and he looks at himself with just this, like, God damn it, I can't just he can't just walk down the street and blend back into his old neighborhood.
Even though he's wearing like a baseball hat and the classic trench coat, but
and people have accepted him. He is
they love him.
The hero of
he's
their
one of the
neighborhood.
four.
Yeah.
He's one of them.
Like
he grew
humanity, it's he's accepted there's certain things he just can't do the same. But that's what makes Ben Grimm so great. It's a part of his character. The cast is fantastic. This build up to, and then when we finally see Galactus for the first time, that was fucking cool. Although I feel like they could have scaled him bigger. As strange as that sound, I kind of wanted him to be even bigger than that.
Well, when we first met him, he was pretty big, I thought. But then when he was on Earth, I'm like, oh, he's like a skyscraper.
From what I understand, I believe that is something he can manipulate. It's because of the the power cosmic. It's how he chooses to. It's the form he chooses to take in your presence is kind of how that works. And I know there's all sorts of mystical shit with the power cosmic that a lot of the Marvel comics expand upon, but as a starting place here, I thought it was very digestible and trying to represent it this way. I like the journey we go on, and Johnny not letting go of the fact that Silver Surfer does not seem to be who she seems. She's not
evil,
a villain.
Yeah.
And then going through all the work of translating her language to find out what she was saying, and then getting the story from her as to why she's doing this. It's a great setup for it. There's a reason why Silver Surfer is a big deal, and there's a lot of fans to the character.
No disrespect to Rise of the Silver Surfer, the sequel to the Jessica Alba, Chris Evans one, but what they did with Silver Surfer here kind of blew my mind. Watching her surf and just do her thing was like stunning and just so fun to watch, I felt.
Oh yeah, totally. And it's, even though you don't ever get to really see, oh no, take that back. You do see Julie Garner's face.
Sure.
I mean, she's still great, even behind all of that. She
sells it in mocap.
Yeah. It's that woman can fucking crush it. I've ever since Ozark, I've been a fan of hers.
You like her in Weapons.
I bet. I fucking bet.
Yeah.
This movie, I will say, it's a lot of fun.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But the big thing that you haven't mentioned, everyone loves Fantastic Four, but then everyone turns on them when they find out the one way Galactus will not destroy their planet is if they essentially hand over their newborn baby to him. But they don't want to do it because why the fuck would they?
That's little Franklin, little Frankie Richards. It's
why is she still Susan Storm and not Susan Richards?
I think it's kind of like a branding thing.
Okay.
And originally, I think they were only
yeah, they took a while,
and then eventually they got married. Yeah, like that was its own issue, I believe, is like when Reed and Sue got married. Now given what I know about from some of the comics, I know what ends up happening to Franklin Richards, and he's like the most powerful fucking being, not just on Earth,
and Doom want him
in the universe. That like there's a whole story arc where he creates an entire dimension just for himself. I believe his power is described as he can create any matter he can imagine, and he can create worlds. He's he's actually like, of the tiers of danger levels of mutants and stuff in the world of Marvel, he is the example of the top of the list of the most dangerous. But we're not there yet. He's just a little baby.
No, he's a baby essentially until post credits.
Right. Then he's a toddler.
And he's meeting a new friend.
I loved the art style. The art, the interior of their home was just beautiful. I already like that style of interior design anyway, so immediately fell in love with that. All the vehicles and things that they created, the hover car thing.
And I'm sorry, another character who goes along with the design and style of the world, Herbie, man, fucking, I didn't think I loved him so much.
Oh my god, yes. And so much personality from this robot that doesn't really like speak anything. He's funny, and it ends up like being kind of critical to the plot at several points. No, there's so many elements. The movie was gorgeous. Every set was just fantastic.
Like I said, I saw this Saturday night at Comic-Con, late screening. I was falling asleep. And then when I went back and resaw it, I saw it in a D-box. So it was like an amusement park ride, but I was more attuned and not falling asleep. Something that really stood out to me that normally doesn't in movies is the hair and makeup and the wardrobe were very distinguished and just top of the line in this movie, I thought.
Agreed. 100% agree with that. It felt representative of the era while still having a lot of style and presence. Costumes, great wardrobe.
Even their uniforms have like little kind of things on them, and it's like, what's that purpose? And it's like, I know it serves a purpose, but we don't ever find out. But it's
texture, the texture of things. It's not just skin tight fucking suits on everybody. It's you're right. It does look purpose built. It looks so much like the way they used to be drawn in the comics back in the day. I loved all of that. It's
kind of nice. It's like, yes, it is world ending, formulaic, but a lot of the movie, we're not watching them fighting kick-ass. It's more of like, how do we save the world logically? And it's like, oh wow, this is a different look at a superhero movie, kind of.
That absolutely. And to be honest, some of that is also probably like my only negative comment about the film. Is it doesn't really challenge you. And like there's no twist, there's nothing, there's no big like reveal or surprise. We're just we're going through the steps.
Yeah.
But it's so entertaining in how, like, just watching them accomplish the goal, and it's so big, it consumes the city in a sense. I really enjoyed that. I liked the big set pieces. I liked the studios, the setups for them being on stage. Like,
dude, I wish
touches.
The opening scene of watching the documentary, which is essentially like our backstory and origins of them, I wish it had that filmic vibe and look the whole time, and it didn't, but I get it. But I feel like Max Shankman took what he did so perfectly in WandaVision and had those different time periods, he blended that perfectly
Yes.
throughout the whole movie.
Yes. Yes. Totally. No, it's yeah. It's like, this isn't a movie. Don't expect it to just like blow your mind on the wildest like story you've ever seen in a Marvel or superhero movie, for that matter. But it is a joy to watch. These are heartwarming characters doing what they can to save the earth, save each other, save their future. Everyone did a great job. All the cast did a great job. Even the minor characters, their support staff and stuff, the people working for them were great.
Dude, the person who really was a dark horse and blew my mind, because I've never seen her do what she did in this movie, Natasha Lyonne. Like I was fixed. I loved what she did in this.
Yeah.
Totally different from everything else. Voice, look, style, everything. Very minor role, but still.
But added that sweetness that we needed to have for Ben Grimm's character, his story.
Yeah.
And I loved that attachment that was started building up. And I totally agree. Yeah, it's funny. Val just finished rewatching Orange is the New Black not so long ago. So it's like, she looks the same. I think it hasn't aged a day.
She's really still,
And I like Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, Pedro Pascal.
Fantastic.
All did, everyone did a great job.
Joseph Quinn, what I liked what they did here, different from Chris Evans' version of the Human Torch. He wasn't just this hotshot playboy. He really kind of served a purpose, and he was more mature and cared more.
It's more because I think they had to acknowledge but they all had to go to space together for this event to happen. He needed to be a vital instrument. He needed to contribute to the task at hand. So I like that they all are actually high performing professionals in their individual.
And they even set that up. I took the 3 best astronauts with me, who just so happened to have been my wife, my brother-in-law, and my best friend. It's like, all right, cool, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it may be cheesy to some, but that's always been the relationship that they've had, and I thought it was a great way of representing that in the film. So I had a lot of fun watching this. Yeah.
My only nitpicky thing, I think, besides a little bit of the slowness, all the fucking product placement they put in this fucking movie, and the most obscure, like ginger ale and fucking Little Caesars and Pop-Tart. It's like, what?
Yeah,
I don't know.
There was a lot of that. Like, I mean, I get we're in New York, we're gonna see like shots of Times Square and things like that. But when it's like you've clearly placed this fake billboard at eye level to our main character who's center screen, I'm like, all right, guys, can you at least make it a little smaller or some shit, like, or angle it so it's not dead on to the camera. But I get it. You gotta pump up that budget. This was an expensive movie to make. And not just the cast, but
yet I feel like this was more of a moderate budget compared to what some of the other Marvel movies recently have been.
I think they were saying it at least crested over $200 million they spent. It's still
for most movies,
but
for
it
Marvel
shows
movies?
It shows on screen though. Like we were saying before, from the hair and wardrobe to the set design
and even Titmos coming in that post-credit scene of like doing an animated. I'm like, I would watch the fuck out of that animated Saturday morning cartoon.
Right.
It looks sexy.
I loved that. Was one of the cartoons I used to watch on Cartoon Network back in the day when they'd run the reruns of the Fantastic Four, the original Fantastic Four cartoon. And I felt that little, even though I wasn't of the original generation that watched it, I still felt that nostalgia when that scene came up. Like, oh, awesome. They even did a very similar, the intro to the episode is very similar to the original one. I liked that homage to how we got here. And then the teaser of the thing that, last year's Comic-Con, they revealed the grand old return of Doctor Doom. Because you can't have Fantastic Four without Doctor Doom. I like the little tease though at the UN sort of thing, and the Latveria desk being empty
seat.
Yeah, I'm like leaning over to Val. It's like, that's Doctor Doom. That's Doctor Doom. No, it was a fun ride. It's a fun ride.
It really was.
And it's not like, because it's funny because most people I talk to are like, yeah, that was pretty good. It's always the kind of like, no one's saying, oh my god, that was amazing, or no one, and I haven't heard anyone say it was bad. Which
And
it's not.
this also does something very well that Superman did. It's hopeful, it's happy, it's about unity and
Yes.
peace and love
You
and
really
just
feel it.
humanity.
And
Yeah.
I like even the incorporating the Mole Man into
Yes.
helping that is some
I
classic
wouldn't do
comic
this
book
for
shit
anybody,
right
but I
there.
trust Sue and I believe in her.
Yeah,
Paul,
she cares about our people. And you know, it's not like a crush thing. It's like you respect our people, you respect what we're doing, and that we are people too. We just
And
want
I
to live
know
on the
they
ground.
cut like a big scene, I believe, Mole Man. But I love that scene he had when he's like, I want him to ask me. And then when Johnny was walking away, don't be mad that I don't dress you. And it's like, oh man, Paul was just chewing up that scenery, killing it.
Yes, a classic. Oh, he's always a gem among any cast he joins. Yeah, that was a solid flick. Everyone gave. It's just a very good movie from top to bottom. I don't think
I'm intrigued to see how they incorporate them into Doomsday. I know it's a pivotal role, but just seeing them leave their planet coming over, I feel like could be a big shift. And it sounds like Pedro's going to be
happen.
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
and I expected the ending to go in such a different way. Like there's multiple times like I said, we're spoiling a little bit. Silver Surfer even says, if you want to survive, leave this planet. And I'm like, oh shit, maybe they are actually going to flee and go somewhere else. But no, they don't do that. Or I'm like, or they're going to definitely kidnap Franklin. Doesn't necessarily happen, but we see the makings of it.
Well, if this is how we start leading into Secret, I mean, this would be the link to Secret Wars.
Yeah.
If the Beyond are creating Battle World, it would make sense then why you get Fantastic Four from a different Earth, a different time period, somehow making the crossover to the folks we know and love today.
Now, do you think they're gonna team up Sue Storm and Namor? Do you think they're gonna have that relationship kind of? Because I know they have been together in comics and whatnot and have a past. Do you think they'll kind of have?
They've already made kind of executive decisions on like which corner of the universe we're in with that. This version of Silver Surfer, which I know there's a lot of people who are uninformed that are making stupid assumptions about this being a
bullshit.
Yeah, this isn't some woke thing. No, she actually
is a real character.
Yes, like a 40 fucking year old character or something. This is not something new. She was the original like wife of the other Silver Surfer. They just, if you don't know the lore of it, then don't fucking bother trying to pick it apart. But no, she is the real deal. And
like I said, I like her better than the last Silver Surfer we got.
There's actually a lot of personality and range here. But no, I feel like it's I don't know. Unless I say if it goes that direction, then we need to get the dark, evilish version of Reed where he starts tipping into forget what his villain version is called. Anyways, there's so many directions that it can go. I'm curious to see how we get there. We've already seen so many great examples of, like we touched on earlier with Multiverse of Madness.
Anything's possible.
So many and then pocket dimensions and shit like that. Like it's a lot of range. We got a lot we can do with this, and I am genuinely excited to see where they take this.
I'm with you. How many slices are you giving this bad boy?
Fantastic Four First Steps. I am given 3 slices of toast. I think it's a really solid film. Like you said, it definitely slows down at points. And for me, I just wish they challenged the viewer a little bit more in the journey to get there. It kind of was just like served as is. Not that there's really anything wrong with that, because you're able to just kind of enjoy everything as it's happening. And it's not a movie you need to think about. Just let it happen. Let it play out. It's a roller coaster at a theme park. Guess what? I'm probably going to want to ride it again. You know, I'm definitely want to watch it again.
And I know you didn't set me up for it, but my next movie takes place at a theme park.
Hey.
I'm going to talk about Nobody 2. All right, so 2023, the first Nobody came out, I believe it was, and it was one of my favorite movies of that year. Bob Odenkirk as a kick-ass, badass man. Sign me the fuck up. And I was wondering what direction they take this sequel in. And essentially, it takes place in real time. And Hutch is kind of paying for the sins of what he did in the last movie. He essentially burnt millions of dollars to some very, very salacious people. And now someone's bailed him out and paid his debt. But now he's a hired gun for him, and they're really working him to the bone, and he's never going to be able to pay back. And this has put a strain on his relationship with his wife and his kids. And he decides, if I want to make things better, maybe it's time to take a break, go on a family vacation. And they could go anywhere. But he decides he wants to go to the last place he was truly happy as a child. The only time him and his brother went on a vacation with their dad was to this old school theme park, water park type place in New Orleans. And he talks his family into it, and they go, and they're having an okay time. But something kind of happens, and someone just rubs him the wrong way, and he ends up kicking some ass. But it turns out he's angered the wrong people because, well, there's essentially, this town is kind of a place where a lot of shady dealings happen. Back when Prohibition was a thing, this is where bootleggers would run things from the water sources and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so the sheriff is against him, and there's other people, and he's digging a ditch deeper and deeper. And his wife's even like, don't fight. But he has to defend his family's honor. And he gets himself in a tricky situation. And I'd be lying if I didn't say this wasn't essentially almost a rehash of the first movie. It's more of a continuation, kind of similar, not as good, but it's still a fun ride. And it's interesting to watch. We're getting the returning cast. We're getting Connie Nelson back. We're getting the kids. We're getting Christopher Lloyd as his dad. We're getting RZA as his brother. And we're getting fantastic new additions. Like Colin Hanks is like in charge of the law there. And he's not a savory guy. And then John Ortiz, always a delight in everything I see him in. And he is a very dual, complex character here that I like. But the big baddie in this movie, who is just eating up the scenery and just being evil and funny and awesome, is Sharon Stone, and she's diabolical. And like I said, this is all taking place at a theme park / water park, and it's fun. It's action-packed. It's bloody. It's gory. Bob Odenkirk is kicking a lot of ass. He's getting his ass kicked as well. I had a fun time watching it, and it's it's an hour and 29 minutes, so it's not overstaying its welcome. It's just that sweet zone, and it's fun because his wife gets to do more in this movie, and they're just adding to the lore, and it's a good time. Unfortunately, this movie isn't doing so well at the box office, but there's some heavy hitters out there like Fantastic Four, Superman, Weapons.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe this was a bad time to release it. The last one was released. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just wondering, do you feel like this might be the end of the series then? Potentially?
Possibly, but I could see them maybe giving another shot, but it could be. And it's unfortunate because I know there's more of this story they can tell. And they're even kind of showing that his son now kind of wants to be like him. And they're showing essentially how Bob Odenkirk and RZA are essentially becoming like their father was. They wanted to be better than their father, but they're becoming their father, but slightly better than what their father was. And I don't know if you listen to the 220, but Rick and I went to a panel at Comic-Con that was all Bob Odenkirk themed. And he talked about the fact that when he got the script for it, initially they wanted to send Hutch and his family to Italy. And Bob Odenkirk's wife was excited because they'd be in Italy for months living. And he's like, oh, we can't do that. we do that, it's globetrotting. It becomes like a James Bond movie. I feel like it should be something most
I
people
can
can
see.
relate to, and just a
Yeah,
gritty, low budget family.
because that's a part of the charm of his
vacation.
character is how grounded he is, right? Like that's
Yes.
the family structure and everything is something you don't see in a badass like super spy style character very often, if ever. So that's a good point. No, and I like that mindfulness. I mean, god damn it, the man knows his storytelling.
Right.
He's written and entertained us for years. And like I just find it so striking too that this is the kind of movie he wants to be in now. After all of this
in his
amazing
50s
shit
or
he's
so.
been in. Yeah, and he's like doing this badass shit.
He's
And
like
of
a
course,
pioneer of like alt comedy. He is a comedy
Yes.
legend, superstar in the world. And now he's found this newfound glory. Like, sure, he surprised everyone becoming Saul, a more dramatic character, but then becoming a badass action star. Who ever would have suspected that?
Oh, good for him, man. That is awesome.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give Nobody 2 2.5 slices. I wanted to like it more, but I still had a good time. I just wish it deviated from the original and tried to push the boundaries a little more. But what I got, I enjoyed.
Nice. Yeah, it's funny. Like that's that range, the 2.5 slicer range. Like that's like the B-. It's still a passing grade, right? Like it doesn't mean you're not gonna like what you're seeing. You're probably gonna be left with desiring a little more is all. And I'm glad this vehicle's working for him,
Yeah.
So I'm curious.
100%.
I'm curious then. I feel that's been closer to the top of the list of movies that Val and I've been trying to get around to is the first one. And there's always like, as well, after the credit roll, I'll go into the shows we've been watching just for a little bonus for you toasties, because that's mainly what's been distracting us, is getting caught up in various series and things. A couple that I know we're both a fan of.
Most people don't realize, even Rick, who has been with us since the beginning, he's like, wait, you guys do stuff after the closing song? I always leave. I'm like, oh yeah. Like I went on for so long. He's like, what, are we still recording? I'm like, oh yeah, man. Dennis normally wants to leave, but I keep going. I dig deeper after that credit. So yeah, please stick around after our end theme song, because we always have something a little bonus. But that's I highly suggest if you get a chance to check out the first one, because it's a fucking badass movie, man, and I think you'll really dig it.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. I don't doubt that for a second. Well, folks, I know that's a big slice of toast for you this week. It's a dense one, but it's been a while. We had to
made up for a month.
Yeah. Well, say you want to let us know what you're thinking of the show. There's a little place called Apple Podcasts. Leave us a review. We just want to know what you're thinking and see how we can sweeten that toast the best we can. A little sprinkle of cinnamon sugar.
And like I said at the beginning of the show, someone in my family face to face told me it kind of was boring. I didn't care about it. I clicked away. I understand that. We really want your genuine answer. We'd like it to be better, but whatever. We want to make it as enjoyable for you as possible, and we can't do that without your input.
That is very true. And we've got some bonus stuff. Adam's always posting more wonderful, delicious toast on our social. You got to check us out on all of the big ones: Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, and YouTube. Search at movie_toast. If you don't already follow us, please go give us a follow and get the extra little bits of buttery golden goodness. And then
some fun stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Some mediocre stuff.
We got a little something coming at the end of the year.
Big stuff coming. Yes.
It's our annual movie toast, the festival, part 5.
5. Oh man, I can't believe we've been doing it that long.
Me either, man. This is a collection of short films that are sent in from around the world, where we get to watch and enjoy them together at we do a semi-live stream. It's a pre-recorded video, but we are watching along with you in the audience over on YouTube. If you're watching the stream from here now, please make note of that. If you know someone who's got a short film that they're looking for a low cost, low entry level festival to get into, this is the one for you. It's all done streaming on YouTube. You don't have to physically go anywhere, and you can share the link with your friends and get as many eyes on your work as you can. Check out filmfreeway.com/movie toast the festival. We've got a good stack of movies already, but if you've got a
we're past the regular deadline. There's a late deadline. It's coming up, but like Dennis said, it's cheap, under $20 to submit, and there's an award. There's a golden toaster that Dennis makes. And Dennis, I don't know if you've checked our emails lately, but there's a potential sponsor interested in helping us, and they're willing to give out some awards that we got to talk off mic. So there might be a little bit more than just a toaster at play this year.
Wonderful.
I go with that.
I'd love to learn more.
Yeah.
Would you like to know more? Yeah. Badass, man. That's awesome. Breaking news, folks. Look at that. It's you'll just have to. It's
been a month, man. I've been wanting to talk about it for so long, but I'm like,
yeah. So please stick around. Give us a follow on our socials, and keep an eye out for the posted date for when it'll actually be streaming. It's traditionally around the middle of December, so just keep an eye out as we get closer to the end of the year.
And it's only going to be available for less than 48 hours, almost, most likely. Maybe a week if you're lucky, but don't count on it.
Yeah, I'd say the week it streams is the time to try to catch it. Don't put it off too long.
Yeah, because very fine out window that we can do it without ruining having people's stuff out there that doesn't belong for long. It's exclusive. It's quick. It's brief. It's in. It's out. You don't want to miss it.
There's a lot of for those that don't know, there's a lot of festivals that don't accept things that are they consider to just be like YouTube videos. So we don't want to violate those terms and potentially keep someone out of the running from other festivals, because that's what this is about. It's about sharing people's art. And we've seen so many genres, from so many different languages, different countries. It's incredible how much story you can tell in such a short period of time. And there's so many talented filmmakers that we've seen over the past 5 years. So please come check it out. Join us for some fun. Watch some short films.
Fuck yeah. But you don't want to follow us on the socials. You don't want to review us. You don't want to enter a festival. There's only one thing. I hold up 2 fingers. One thing that Dennis and I ask you to do. It's free. It benefits you. It benefits all of us. And it's super simple to do, folks. Yes, that you simply
stay toasty.
I'm the Dennis, they're the kings of the real. Reviewing new movies, they keep it real. Coast to coast, from LA to the east. On the podcast show, they feast on the beast. Adam's bringing knowledge like he's Professor X. Dennis with cuts deeper than Wolverine's claws. I guess Marvel, DC, they know them all by heart. Breaking down the plot, tearing every scene apart. They got the juice like Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Breaking down movies with a sharp precision. Adam coming in hot like a John Wick hit. Dennis bringing the heat like the climax of a Tarzan flick.
Al, I know you're offering to make us some songs, but these songs kind of live rent-free in my brain, man. So it's going to be tough.
Ooh. Oh, man. Yeah, that's...
Whoa.
It's been too long since I heard that one.
Almost 3 hours, but by God, what a good conversation we've had. And
that's what happens when we've been apart so long. It builds up.
You can't do it to us,
no.
Dude. Before we get into TV talk, but I finally had something that I haven't done in 2 or 3 years that just felt good. I finally had an interview for a TV series. I would have, if I got it, I would have been put up in Nantucket for a month for this Peacock series, and apparently they didn't want me. They just rejected me yesterday, but it felt really good to have an interview again and just talk about the industry.
That's good. Yeah. I don't blame you, man. So I kind of had a little taste, although it's not even close to the same scale, but getting to be on set shooting commercials last week, it felt good.
It's a thrill.
Brush the cobwebs off and get back into doing what I do. I love set dressing, and I love the art department stuff. And although I was selling walkers and canes, it's all right. I don't care.
Someone's got to do it.
I didn't even know Sharper Image made walkers and canes and shit, but the little grabber thing is cool. I'll say they got little magnets on it, so if like you drop your keys, it'll magnetize in the key ring, so you don't have to try to pick up little metal things.
No, that's smart.
And the way that arms like articulate, it's like it's more like fingers trying to grab something instead of just like a plastic claw. So I'm like, are you guys
welcome to the infomercial part of the show, folks?
Yeah. I spent a week with this fucking thing, man. Oh, but anywho,
that's cool.
No, it's the stage that I was working at is down the street from Randy's Donuts, so I was just thinking Iron Man chilling in the giant donut.
Oh, dude, I always think about Iron Man, and then fucking Nick Fury down at the bottom talking to him. And oh, classic.
Which, folks, that is the exact one. It is in Inglewood off the 405 freeway,
right down the road from LAX.
Yep, and it's just less than a mile away from the Fabulous Forum and SoFi Stadium, the biggest seated stadium in America, where my favorite football team, the LA Rams, play. It's a historic little chunk of LA right there. So it was kind of nice just being in that environment. But anywho, we got like I said,
where we're going.
I was getting distracted with a lot of TV from my movie watching. And there was a bunch of things. I know a show we both are in love with.
Something that Rick and I talked about. Oh, shit. No, Rick and I didn't talk about this.
Oh!
Oof. I thought we were going a little animated way, but...
King of the Hill?
Yeah.
I watched all that, too. I watched that. Yeah.
But let's talk about some Twisted Metal, sir.
Yes.
Although, how many episodes deep are you? I've seen the whole season.
Oh, yeah, just the 2. Because I didn't...
You log into our fucking media village, man.
Because when I tried logging in, the
authenticator.
Authenticator went to your phone.
Hit me, text me, man. I can pull out my phone and give you those 6 digits.
We were watching it. I think I did the math. It was like 1 a.m. or something for you. I'm like, I'm not bugging him.
You know what else we got over there on our media village? Because it's the same company. A spin-off or a sequel, series, continuation. Same world. The Paper, the spinoff of The Office. We just got those episodes. I got to check that out. I haven't. Yeah.
I'm very intrigued by that. I'm curious. I'm like, I am not like gonna hold my breath.
I haven't even watched the trailer.
Let's just let it be what it is.
Yep. It's standalone, whatever.
Exactly. You can't come in with any expectation other than like 1 or 2 characters will appear, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's fine.
But so Twisted Metal, you're still in the early days, quiet, and what's his face are still not fully together yet. But how you feeling? How you liking it?
I'm loving it. It's especially the addition of we're bringing more of the characters in, Mr. Grimm, and it's like I'm getting these like as they start pulling these characters up. I'm like, oh my god, I remember playing as that character back in the day. I'd sleep over at my friend, probably Jordy's house if you're still watching. Playing Twisted Metal.
Oh yeah, man. Have you got to the drive-in scene with Axel yet?
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that
down
scene.
The gasoline. Axel is so cool too. That guy's just got the wildest fucking story. All of it. I mean, all the lore from the games is way fucking darker than the show, and I'm glad they don't quite take it that far and balance it out with the violence to simulate that kind of darkness. Otherwise, I think it would be like almost unwatchable. It would just be so bleak.
It's more of joking around, funny. People do die and whatnot, but it's not to the extent that it could be.
Yeah, there's a whole fucking like Caligula orgy in a scene. You got I love the dynamic between Sweet Tooth and the security guard guy that he brought with him.
Mike? No, not Mike. Mike's the friend. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
It's been such
I love
a solid
Sweet
ride
Tooth
so far.
and the cape and just the being so oblivious to everything.
Isn't this awesome? What? And then just like the snipe that whatever, what is it, Diesel City or whatever, all the snipers watching him, and they're like, look, I can kill people all the time. And just, like wraps the guy in his cape, murders him underneath, and just walks away.
That was good.
Oh, it's just it's like the weird kind of mystical. Oh God, or the Mr. Grimm seeing himself as doing the magic, and then we cut to the perspective of that, what the hell is he doing? Just oh my God. I just everything about this. It's every twist and turn is so fantastic. I can't wait to see a lot more of shit. What's his name? That's hosting.
Oh, I call him NoHo Hank.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Anthony.
His name is so specific.
Calypso.
Yes,
Calypso.
yes.
Anthony Carrigan is also just another one of those gems of an actor. Like it's one of those.
Also fantastic Superman.
Oh yeah,
he has a little cameo.
Someone I kind of wish I was like aware of sooner.
Oh, he's great. Such a bird. It's so weird seeing him with the wig though. But
right,
it's different, man.
But he sells the look of the character from the game very well, I think.
Yeah,
it's that very like raven-haired, perfectly parted, chin length hair. It's always been kind of the style from what that I remember at least. Maybe it could have been different, but
I will say that was one of the fun activations that Rick and I did. They had a Twisted Metal bumper car thing, and Calypso was kind of like the MC of it. Unfortunately, the batch before us had like Sweet Tooth out there just talking shit to people, but we didn't get him. We got Calypso. But that was kind of fun. It's been a while since that bumper card, man.
Oh man, that's fun. That sounds badass.
Yeah.
John Doe. That's the
John Doe. Yes.
Anthony Mackie's character.
Which we learned his real name, but I don't fucking. His name's John Doe. And just watching, I love even seeing him at the place he wanted to be so much in the first season, and seeing how unhappy he is. Oh, and the Babysitters Club, man. Oh, that was great shit.
His obsession with it. It's so great. It adds to the wholesomeness, and it makes you digest the uber violence better. It's like it strikes a perfect balance in my opinion. Everyone's doing so well. I think everyone's adding to the entertainment value. Stephanie Beatrice is quiet as she's wonderful. I think
I love her, but I feel like they've kind of dimmed her down a little bit. Like I feel like she's a little more feminine, which is fine, but she's not as badass and brooding. And
I think
like she will kick ass.
It's the time she spent away from since her brother died,
the dolls.
And since she's joined with the dolls. I think it's now that she's got back with John's back in her life again. It's she kind of even referenced it's like we work so well together. Like this is our full stride.
You haven't got to the point where there's like a laser thing that they got to get through yet, have you?
Yeah.
I love that scene.
Yes. Showing his ass off to her, like it's so wonderful. Yeah, because that's the lead up to them. That's the lead up to the orgy.
Oh, to get into the orgy place.
To steal the weapons.
Fair enough.
I believe that's where we're at. Is we concluded they're trying to escape with the EMP pulse, which I'm like, shit, that's right. That was a power up. That was a pickup in the game. That was one of the items. And then everyone had their specials. I like that they even straight up called it that. There's just like everyone has their unique special. I'm like, fuck yeah. Don't even show it.
And I like how in the first pilot episode of the show we saw Twisted Metal, the game. And in the first episode of the season 2, we see John Doe training in a Twisted Metal simulator. Yeah. That was kind of a nice little meta call out.
I kind of hope this builds up to someone getting the license back and making a new one. I think I think it's about time for a new Twisted Metal game.
It's only downside is I don't fucking have a PlayStation. I'm not a PlayStation.
I think they shouldn't limit it to PlayStation. I think it should be a multi-platform now. Like who needs who's benefiting anymore from solo console releases? Like I want that shit on my computer or a Switch or something else.
Whatever, yeah. But oh man, you're in for a treat, man. It like they find a perfect balance of the tournament and then character episode. Like it's a nice back and forth that they get into.
Perfect.
And no one's
safe. The first season kind of felt like too. I like that build up towards. We knew where it was going to go to the tournament eventually,
Mm-hmm.
but we even had a mini like battle towards the end of the first season
Yeah.
with a bunch of characters.
Only thing that's a little bit jarring and weird to me is the fact that we don't have Neve Campbell as Raven, and now she's played by Wong's best friend from She-Hulk, which is cool because they kind of explain there's a lot of different Ravens, but it's like, what happened to Neve Campbell?
Yeah. That's right. I did. You're right, though. I did appreciate they straight up told the audience. It was like,
yeah,
I'm just this one. Yeah, no, I'm loving it. Not to dominate all the TV talk with one show. You were already touching on something. You said,
yeah.
You guys
I mean, Rick and I briefly talked about it because we recorded like a day after it dropped, and I only saw like 2 or 3 episodes, but. King of the Hill, man, like I had a riot of emotions because like when I first the strikes happened and I became unemployable, I dug deep into King of the Hill and I fell in love with it and found a newfound appreciation. And now I was so excited to see it come back. First episode I felt like was perfect. Then I felt like the second, third episodes kind of were a downgrade. I'm like, oh no, it lost its mojo. And then I feel like it slowly started finding its footing again. But I don't know. How'd you feel about it?
I liked it. I in a sense, I'll agree with you in a certain way of like the tone's changed, but times have changed. The characters are older. And I respect that, like they, the guys in the alley, they had to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I mean, Bill didn't even move for years, so
don't get slower than that.
Yeah, exactly. I like this, but I like the direction all the characters have gone, and being reintroduced to familiar characters is kind of fun because we're filling in those gaps of what's been going on. And I think it needed to have a certain pacing in order to get us back to page 1 and remind us of who they are and how they've changed as the times have changed too. And I kind of agree with you on that overall arc of like started off strong, then it kind of mellowed out. But I feel like a lot of those episodes in the middle of the season were what I'm describing of it's reestablishing
classic
where we are. Like, like now remember, it's like these aren't the same guys. They've continued to mature as well as we have as an audience. So it made the impact of this last couple episodes even bigger. The storyline with Connie, the Bobby meeting this new girl, and it's like so that the love, the mutual love that Connie and Bobby have for each other is just been this tug of war back and forth where neither of them are really making a strong enough move. Yeah, they're kind of just, you can see they're kind of destined to be together again. But I like the direction it's going. I love his. Yes, he's a head chef at a restaurant, but he's still
under
the thumb of Wasana-song, and it's a little heartbreaking that these are the last times we hear classic cast members that had passed away.
Yes,
and it's.
I feel like at least they gave an out for John Redcorn. Like he can kind of go on to do his own thing. It took a little bit of time to get used to Toby Huss as Dale, but it was not as jarring as I thought it would be.
Oh yeah, I feel like it's almost kind of sensible that like, the years of smoking have like changed his voice, and he's switching to vapes instead. Same with Khan. I think that was deserved.
Yeah.
Toby's. I read an interview with him. He was cool with it. It's like
it makes sense.
That needed to change. Like it was fun to do. He's always going to treasure being all those characters, but he's still in the show. He's still a part of.
Yeah. Now I will say a bit of a gap, a hole in my heart, not having Luann and Lady Bird. Like it just felt wrong, but it makes sense.
Those references, like there's the photo of Luann and Lucky in the house. I do like that. It's they're Brittany Murphy and Tom Petty are still remembered.
And it was nice seeing older characters pop up, like Good Hank. I forgot all about Good Hank being a baby. I'm like, who the fuck? And I'm like, oh shit.
That beginning with his Japanese half brother.
Yep.
Like that opening scene, that was so fucking great. I love that whole setup.
I will say some of the jokes, like callbacks, felt forced. Like I love that's my purse. I don't know you, but when they're like, oh, clearly a 12-year-old boy kicked her, and it's like, No, we don't need that. We know what happened. And just little things, or that man ain't right.
It's, yeah. He's not a boy anymore. Well, that man ain't right.
And even seeing someone who you thought would never be able to adapt in modern day, Hank Hill, liking soccer,
but
and doing all this stuff.
That is the beautiful thing about the character of Hank Hill, though. That's what makes him such a wholesome everyman. He's not just some like redneck. He's not like your average Republican or whatever. However you want to label people in America these days, he's a good guy at heart. Even if he's got twisted views and things, he still can respect his fellow man. And I think more people should try to be like Hank Hill.
100%. Now, the only character who didn't really change, but kind of was amped up more than before, Peggy. They really Peggy'd her up. And the fact that now Hank and Bobby are just like kind of calling her out and kind of like a little taken aback. It's like, oh, that's new.
She's like off the leash, like being retired. She's just like, all right, I've got all this time. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. And I finally get it. Yeah, I like it. It's
one of my favorite jokes was when he was watching that like reboot of the show and they're talking in Spanish, and she's like, she said, "I'm gonna behead you," and blah blah, and he's like, the subtitles say "Merry Christmas," and she's like, how embarrassing for them
to get this. They translated their own show wrong. Monsignor Martinez or.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But I will say it's weird. There was no Boggle. Peggy didn't have any Boggle action.
Oh, I'd say give it time.
Yeah.
There's.
I don't know. You think it's gonna come back? Like I hope so. I think it really broke records for Hulu.
I think it was strong
Disney
enough.
Plus.
It's kind of like a warm hug. It's a nice, refreshing. With all the a lot of the other content we kind of enjoy, or me personally, sometimes it's extremes of things. We were just talking about how excited we were watching Twisted Metal, but on the other side of the coin,
totally I like different show.
I like things that just feel kind of a fun, wholesome, that isn't afraid to do the kind of humor we enjoy too, like
100%.
Shitting on Jerry Jones' desk at the fucking Superdome was goddamn hilarious. It happened again.
God, that was great.
That was awesome.
Yes.
Fuck Jerry Jones.
Oh boy. I'm happy that it worked, because when Futurama came back again this time on Hulu, it disappointed me a bit.
Yeah, there was like a couple of good episodes, and there was a couple really not.
Yeah,
I was just like, okay, that was
like this was for the most part solid for the whole ride. It had some bumps, but like you said, it's been years. We gotta catch up
and reestablish things. I mean, now that Bobby lives in Dallas, and it's very different. It's a very different world. Roommates with,
but it works.
Yeah,
Joseph.
The pencil thing.
Oh, dude, that's so happy for Peggy for that to work.
So oh yeah.
Now, is that a game? Like, I've never heard of that game. Have you heard of that game?
No, I've never heard of it, but I totally believe it being a thing.
I wouldn't be shocked, but I'm like, did I miss that growing up? Or is it a new thing? I don't know.
I think we missed out on some fun as a kid, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh. Man. Whoa. All right. Al is going to kill us. We've gone past the 3 hour, 10-minute mark.
Super long. Sorry, dude. Yeah. It's been so long, and there's been a lot of stuff going on. So,
but I feel like this is a primo episode.
Yes,
good
sir.
Stuff.
Yes, sir. Well, folks, if you're still hanging around with us, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening.
Yes.
It's been a love of mine to keep doing the show with my best friend over here. So let's want to keep it coming. So sorry for the break, but we're back, baby. We're back.
Longer than ever.
Yeah. That's what she said.